I mean, this wasn't
but I was supporting the base team.
These are just EMF meters that don't harm you.
Right.
What it does is when spirit comes in, their energy will light up these lights. And it'll go from green all the way to red. So the stronger the energy, the more lights will light up. So sometimes, would you just put it down there to the other end?
You want to keep it away from me.
You don't want to light up the lights?
Against the wall.
Okay, raise the bar. Thank you.
You want green? It's gonna be red then all day.
Put bets on, is that red?
Red? 25 on red all day.
So, does he want to sit in because I can get another chair?
No, he's gonna go up to New York.
To the shadow.
Ready?
Yeah,
He's going over there.
yeah, he's going up to the organ.
I'm good. He'll be in there, he loves it. Your brain must way out. Take care before you go.
Good, how are you? Great. I love when I walk in a room and I already know somebody. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. I'm Chrissy. And I'm Regina. And, how you doing? Everybody's good? Everybody's good?
Yes.
All right. Well, we're excited you're here. We're excited to be here, for sure. Yeah. Bring spirits here for you. Yeah, some of you already peeked a little and followed us around a little bit. Anything exciting happened? Did you see anything?
No. I'm not sure I'm going to sit really close to this one.
You're fine. You're
Okay.
fine. You're all good. You're all good. All right. So we're both mediums. We both see, hear, feel, just know stuff, and we ask that you just have an open mind, right? And if something doesn't make sense, it will make sense later. If it really doesn't make sense, let us know and we'll try and get more information for you, okay? But, you know, you might have somebody come in and we're trying to figure out who it belongs to and maybe a couple of you think it's for you. Please let us know because we'll try and narrow it down a little bit, okay? But don't be shy because what happens is when you're shy at the end of the night, you'll be like, I think that was for me. Right. You know that guy who was talking about that? That happens a lot, so just don't be shy, because, you know, we're nervous too. You know, we always go into this going, we've done this for years, but every night's a new night. We don't know who's coming. Yeah. You know, I don't know your name. I don't know where. I don't know. So we're hoping, we've asked for only good things tonight. Yeah. So nothing negative or bad. We won't tell you anything that you should not know because that would be a burden and no one should carry that, right? So we only work up here. Right. All right, so if you want to ask your people to show up, that's always a good thing. Invite them in, you know, let them know you're here. Yeah. Most of them already know, but.
Also, because everybody usually comes hoping to hear from that, like one or two people. They're like, oh, I hope I hear from that person. Try and keep an open mind too, because you're here and spirit knows you're here. There's other spirit that you may know somebody whose brother passed, or you know,
coworker
or husband or something, and they're like, oh, they can get a message, you know. And that's no pressure either, because if it's not appropriate to give a message, then it's not appropriate, and you'll know that. But just keep an open mind that if you're hearing something's coming through that may be for somebody you know, then it's probably that person.
Yeah, cool. Does that work?
Is it lined up? Is the camera lined up? Can you just look at the
Oh, I didn't see the
camera?
camera.
Right on them, the stars of the show. Is that what you wanted?
Is it lined up? No, is the picture lined up? What?
I don't know if you remember me from before.
Right on.
Good, okay.
We got it right on you.
I already found
I don't want it on
If
me.
you're texting tonight, we're gonna have it all on film.
Is my beer okay when I go?
Okay, good.
All right. Has anybody not been to a medium before?
He doesn't believe me.
All right. Does anybody need any explanation? Or do you have any questions before we start?
Yeah, could you give just like a little bit of an explanation? That'd be great.
just because of the camera,
Okay,
Oh,
so,
for
mediums.
prosperity.
Mediums. We all work a little differently. You can see, hear, smell, taste, and just know. So the way I work is I kind of get a little bit of everything, and I get shown symbols, little movie clips, photographs. Sometimes I'll hear something, and I kind of have to put the pieces together and then give it to you. And it's really just trusting what I'm getting and knowing it's not for me, so it must be for you. It's kind of how it works. But you know, I do, most of the spirit that I see is in my head. Sometimes I will say you have somebody standing right next to you, because sometimes they really are standing right next to you. And that's kind of how I work. How do you work?
I work very, very similar.
Very similar.
I work very similar. I'll be given, I'll be shown scenes, memories, yeah, specific things. Also, I will hear things audibly and or inside my head. It's really done both ways. Same thing with spirit, seeing spirit physically. It's most of the time I see it, you know, in my mind's eye, but sometimes it could be that they're, you know, standing here. And that's sometimes how we know. Sometimes we'll know who they're with, and that's the reason. You know, connecting to spirit is. It's like you walk in here and always think, oh, I hope somebody shows up, and they always do. You know what I mean? They always come in because they want us here, because they want to connect with you. It's like the biggest thing, and they want to connect with you as much as you want to connect with them, which is always fun.
Do you two work together a lot, or,
We do. We own a business together,
okay,
and we have our private thing, but we work together a lot. We've been a few years now.
Yeah.
We're not related. Everybody thinks we are. We're not. I'm the tall one.
She is, yes. I don't know being short.
But if you have questions along the way, stop us.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You ready to get started? Go ahead. All right. Let's see. I know I'm over there somewhere. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I feel like I have a woman, a female energy over in that corner of the room somewhere. So let's see. I feel. This is the other thing, when we say things, it could be about them, it could be about you.
Right.
So remember that. And also, when we're bringing in them, we're communicating with them, this is how they feel about themselves, not how you felt about them. So that's
It can
a
be
big
very
deal.
different.
It can be very, very different. They may think they're funny,
Yeah,
and
they
you're like, oh God, no. All right, so remember that, all right? Because we're talking to them, not about them. Big difference. Okay, so I have a female over in this corner, yellow ducks. I'm pulling in yellow ducks for some reason over there. She feels more like grandmother energy to me is kind of how I'm sensing, but you know, that lineage, mother, grandmother. Gosh, yellow ducks.
Strong personality. Strong personality.
Strong person.
Yeah, strong person.
Strong woman.
Yeah.
Strong person.
Kinda
And
can
we
get
will
through
link on
anything.
it, and we can usually see close to the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Most of the time. We finish each
We
other's
get different
sentences.
things, sorry.
Which is nice, we complete it. All right, so, strong woman, not very tall. Definitely gray hair, but it's on the lighter side of gray, so it's not like salt and pepper. I'm getting light gray. What do you get?
I mean blonde. So I might be
She
seeing her.
died. She dyed her hair.
I might
Well,
be
she
seeing
did
her
die, but
before.
she dyed her hair.
I think I'm being shown the same person, but at another
Younger,
time.
younger age.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's see.
I'm being shown food service.
Food service, and I'm getting
At
the
one
initial.
point.
I'm getting the initial D. The letter D. Does that make sense to anybody over there? Or anybody? How's that?
I have a grandmother who loved food.
Is she fast?
Always, oh yeah, and she's always was cooking.
Was she always
She was
cooking? Does she can you understand? Do you understand anything with yellow duck?
Nothing with a yellow
Nothing with
dog.
the yellow duck, because that was the first thing she brought in was this yellow duck. I don't think it was a real duck. I think it was a fake duck. Is there a letter D around her?
What did you guys say?
No
She
D's.
died at Friendly's, but she used to bring in yellow ducks for her battle.
Interesting.
Yellow ducks too, same woman?
No.
Okay.
Her mom, my grandma.
Your grandmother? Okay.
Did she have something to do with food service?
She died at a Friendly's.
Okay, because I'm seeing a waitress doing this, but I'm not. She's around it. She's not it. Okay. She died at a Friendly's though.
Well,
In the parking lot.
outside.
Okay.
Outside the parking lot, okay. Is there a letter D that's important to her or to you?
I can't think of anything.
That's okay. Let's get more.
I'm stuck on this food service. I'm getting this and I'm getting a paper hat. So I don't know what that is. I know it's weird, right? I'm not getting that it was her. I'm getting that it was something.
Friendly's had paper
Paper
hats.
hats.
They did?
Okay.
I think Friendly's had paper hats.
Alright, so I'm getting that and I'm getting a paper hat. Weird. Was it heart related? I'm getting heart related. Okay.
Yes.
Did she have massive heart attack?
Yes.
Okay. I'm with her.
Okay. Well, I gotta be. She brought yellow ducks. It's
Hey,
the only yellow duck I got.
yeah, yellow ducks. Okay.
All
But
right.
it wasn't like she knew about the heart issue. She had heart issues.
No, she didn't know.
Because I'm getting, she had
didn't
to.
know.
She knew.
Okay, she knew.
She definitely knew. She was a little slower. She was going through a transition. She was tired a lot. She knew.
She didn't know how, she didn't know.
She
the
didn't know
extent
that it
of
was
at all.
She didn't know it was,
No.
that was gonna happen, but she knew there was something wrong. That's what I'm getting.
But nobody expected that. No one expected that.
No. So this is your mom?
Yes.
Okay. There's a photograph, I don't know if it's you or her, and the hair is up, younger, with on the top of the head. Do you know what I'm talking about? And it's a very, do you know the picture she's referring to? Yes, right? Because she wants to bring in that picture, because that's important to invalidating who she is. Yeah, and it's like a smooth skin, like it's been retouched a little bit, you know what I mean? Or it's very smooth, she looks very beautiful in this picture. Like if I look at her, it looks like prime, right? Very beautiful picture of her. That's how I feel. And so that's what she kind of looks like. Like that's who she is. That's, you know what I mean? That's who she is to herself. Like that's who she gets to be forever. Kind of thing. That's what she's thinking. You look very similar, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Gosh. I keep hearing a birthday. Do you have a birthday? Is there a birthday?
Her birthday.
Her birthday.
Next Friday.
Yesterday?
Next week from.
Right, coming
in a
up?
week, yeah.
Birthday? Okay. So, birthday. What else with her?
It's fun. I get vehicles a lot. So she's showing me like back in the day in one of those really boat cars. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it had like almost like the vinyl with the top and the vinyl. Yeah. So she's showing me. She likes to drive around. She was a little lead on the foot, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So she's showing me. She really felt some freedom out there with that. But yeah, it's this one of those cars with like like those old 70s ones with the top, and it had like the vinyl stuff on the top.
Yeah.
I like
Cool.
she was a strong person.
Yeah, she's a very strong person. Very strong-willed person. Independent woman. Gosh, but I'm getting like a lot of, am I supposed to give you a congratulations? What's going on? Congratulations for something. Big life shift or something? It's a congratulations. You understand that? Right, from her?
I'm seeing Shamrock too.
Shamrock.
Yeah, like a folded clover like Lucky. Yeah. Really clover for you. For her specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you understand that, I hope.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's very happy.
Yeah.
I'm getting pride. I'm getting pride.
Yes.
I'm getting pride.
Yeah, happy.
Happy. She's showing me playing cards too.
Playing cards.
Yeah.
So is this happiness around a baby? Or is there a baby?
Wedding.
Not.
Wedding first.
Then baby.
There is one.
Is there something you want to tell me?
Yeah, there is one.
Got it.
There is one coming. How soon is the wedding?
That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Good.
She's aware of
Plenty
it.
of time, plenty of time.
Surprise. You're moving home to the wedding.
She's also showing me little tiny blue flowers. So I don't know what that is, but they're tiny and blue.
Little blue flowers.
Little blue flowers. I don't know, I'm not sure what that is, but
Yeah, and pink.
I'm seeing little ones.
Little flowers.
Right.
Oh gosh, yeah. And do you have? Is there a chest or box from her? Do you know, or is there something special? I keep getting like a blanket
It's funny,
or
I've just shown
or
boxes.
something like that. I feel like I have something of hers. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
they
There's
blanket.
a box. Yeah, there's
With
a
the
little
blanket, is the blanket? Is there a blanket around that, or do you have her blanket?
Do I have one of her Afghans?
Yes.
Is it?
The white one.
I almost want to say prayer shawl, or it's some kind of a.
It's a blanket. I feel like it's a
Yeah, but
blanket.
yeah, I'm being showed a prayer shawl that I was given. That's
Okay.
why. So, and I've seen boxes packed up, like moving boxes. Was there talk about moving? Because she's talking about moving. she's showing me packed up boxes, so I don't know if there was a move or if she had a lot of boxes when she passed, there was a lot of packing up to do for her, but she's showing me lots of, like, older, like, 4-corner folded over boxes.
Like moving boxes?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So I don't know what that is all
I
about.
don't know,
but
I'm
she's
seeing
showing
more
me.
like hope chest stuff.
Mm.
Blanket, there's something in particular about blankets, and she wants to acknowledge the blanket for sure.
Mhm.
Yep. Yeah.
Color forms. I know that sounds strange, but color forms. Remember color forms?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm being sure color forms.
Solar forms.
Yeah.
Oh, those were fun.
They were. No, I didn't like them. Actually, I didn't like them at all. They weren't really
They weren't really fun.
But she's showing them.
It was more putting them back in the right place.
I know.
Okay, so I'm definitely seeing blanket. I feel like there's a big congratulations because it's a life-changing event. That makes sense. A wedding would be. But there is also many life-changing events coming at you really quickly.
Mm.
So be ready for them.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's really interesting. So like I just keep seeing, because one of my symbols for baby is always like christening blankets and like the outfit and that kind of thing. So she's bringing up that, all right. And I do see pink around that for whatever reason, but I got 50-50 shot. Right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So she's aware. She wouldn't miss it. And I kind of feel like there's an honoring of some sort. So I don't know. I just feel like there's something that was done or is being done to honor her. So she wants to acknowledge that too. Okay, so give that to you. Man, I just, you know what? She's a very nice woman.
Mm-hmm.
Nice energy, nice woman, loving, caring lady. And I get the same feeling, like I feel like that's who you are. So she's taking credit for that. And
She deserves it.
yeah, so she's taking credit for that. And she's like, they're like me. So I feel like it's a nice family.
I feel like she got through a lot on her own. That's what she's showing me.
She did.
Yeah, she she was very strong,
Mhm.
and she could get through anything. And because she's showing me a solid core, but then she's showing me 3 generations of solid core. You know what I mean? It's
Wow.
almost like
Tough.
very
Too bad
tough,
for the
very
men.
yeah, right, too bad for the men.
Yeah.
Very solid, emotionally tough. You know, it's like you can get through anything, and then when you get on the other side, then it's okay to break down. You know what I mean? That's what she's showing me. But she always, and she made situations into the best situations they could be. You know, she tried to do that as well as she could. Yeah.
And I feel like someone was painting. Were you painting recently?
I'm getting my business painted.
Okay.
I painted one of the walls.
Yeah.
Pairs up, we're painting. She's acknowledging the painting. She just wants to let you know that she's with you, around you, that kind of thing. So painting. So we'll leave you with that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can you tell her we love her?
Oh, she hears you. She hears
can.
you. Yeah,
You
exactly.
can, I miss you.
She can hear you.
You hear her.
She can hear you. She definitely can hear you. And it's funny because when you said that, she put her hand on a seashell. Does that make sense to you?
Very
Okay,
makes
I'll give that to you.
And then I'm just she's showing me handwritten notes. Okay, she's showing me handwritten notes that she wrote herself and that you have and that you looked at recently.
Yeah.
Okay, because she's just like, oh, she's trying to make.
She doesn't want to leave.
Yeah,
That's
she
fine.
doesn't want to leave. She wants to hang out.
She has a lot to say.
Exactly.
Yeah, interesting.
Mhm.
Okay, very nice woman. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
What do you got?
I actually have a male energy, and I want to say he's fairly young. I want to say he's early 20s, and he belongs to, I don't know who, but he's reaching out to a mom somewhere. Okay, all right. And was there some question about his death? He's showing me some questions around his death. Okay.
Some question, I
Yeah.
had some questions about
Yeah.
it.
There was. Okay. Was there a question about whether he caused his own death or not? Whether he caused
Whether
it or
he
not?
caused it?
Because he's showing that to me.
Yeah.
Okay, and he's saying it's an interesting thing because a lot of times they'll show me one or the other, but what he's telling me is that he couldn't have changed it. So when I'm hearing that, I'm hearing that he didn't directly cause it. Okay, he didn't do it purposely. Okay, and that's what he's coming through. He takes blame, but he's not. He's
saying that he purposely.
he didn't purposely do this. Okay, it was very much a surprise to him. you know, that it kind of happened that way. And yeah, he was like, he brings to me that he's now able to share this with you where he wasn't before. Because he's bringing to me that there was an opportunity before, but you weren't there to listen to that. Okay, so he was very excited to be able to talk to you. All right.
Aww,
That's him.
Yeah. It's really
Nice.
soft heart. I'm getting a really soft heart with him. Okay, he's
like very
amazingly-
emotional child when he was
Yeah.
little, very emotional.
Mhm.
Like at the drop of a hat, very
Oh,
emotional.
yeah. He's an
And
empath.
he,
Yeah,
he
very
like he
much.
cuddled with you for a very long time, right? He was like
Yeah.
one of these kids that was just very close to you for a very long time. Like
Yeah.
some boys that
Right,
kind of
like-
like this, he wasn't.
Yeah, he actually shows. Do you
Yeah.
remember like I think there was something when he was little where he actually wrapped his arms and legs around your foot and held on to your
Like so
leg.
you couldn't.
So that
yeah,
like you're
yeah.
walking with him, like that's what he shows me, that
Mhm.
like that's how connected, or that, you know, and I almost kind of feel like he was even maybe a temper tantrum or something when he was little like that, do you know what I mean? That's what he's showing, but he's little, yeah, but he's like grabbing your leg, like you're not going without him kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he's like sitting on your foot.
Yeah. He's showing me something about chocolate milk, and I'm not sure what that's about. But he's
Yeah.
yeah. Is there a specific ornament you have on your tree, or there's something specific that has his name on it? That's put up every year.
I have quite a few of them.
Okay, because he's being like something he made, and he's like all like really proud of it, and the fact that just he actually surprised that it has a. Did you like fix one? Saying like one of them was falling apart, and you actually
Every year
fixed
you
it.
kind of work on it. There's a
Yeah.
lot of them from when we were
Right, because they're
kids.
older.
And he's showing me an old Star Wars pillowcase. Okay, so I'm not sure what that. So that can be a symbol for me, because when I was a kid, we had these old Star Wars pillowcases. But he was very specific. Like he was very excited about getting this one thing. It was a sort of a bedroom set type of thing, but it was like a character that he loved. Okay, so he's trying to bring that through to me. I'm not sure what that is. That's a long time ago though. This just goes back.
Goes back a long time.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't you have a fireman bedspread thing for him when they were little, when you first moved? I mean, you kind of changed their room.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
When
and
we
I
went to
think
Baltimore Street.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, like he was into one thing,
Mhm.
like that's what
Wanted
he
to be a
was into,
fireman for
just
a long
one
time.
thing. Like acted out, dressed like it,
Yeah.
lived
Because
it, you
he's
know,
telling me
that kind of thing.
he's telling me you felt like you lost him. Okay, you felt like you lost him, and he said he felt like he lost himself. All right. He's saying that he's very aware of that, and he's saying like he was lost. Okay, he was lost, and he's claiming that. But it was very important for him to come through and explain to you that this was not intentional. Okay, because
Right, and the music, something about music too, I keep hearing music around him. So he's into the music, he's listening to the music, something about music. Do you hear it in songs? Do you get messages from him in songs? Did you understand that? Listen to the songs, but I feel like there's something about music around him.
Do you have a jacket or a sweatshirt you wear of his?
Did you what?
Do you have a jacket or a sweatshirt that you wear of his?
The hockey sweatshirt.
Yeah, I have
Okay,
this
'cause yeah,
sweatshirt.
does it have like an emblem on it or something?
hockey,
Okay,
it's a
because he's showing me
Bruins.
an emblem. Okay, yeah,
His Bruins
yeah,
sweatshirt,
he's very aware of that.
Okay, because
Very
it's funny,
well.
because his girlfriend had after he had passed, his girlfriend went in his bedroom and took it, and I kind of made a big stink
Yeah,
about
To
getting
get it back.
Yeah, it's yours.
No, it's yours supposed to
It's
have
yours.
it.
Yeah.
It's
It's yours,
supposed
definitely.
to have it.
Yeah,
For sure,
Mhm.
for sure.
yeah, I get it. His smile's big one about that one. Yeah,
Is he okay?
he is.
He is
He
good.
is.
He's much
Happy
better.
on that
Mhm.
side, and
He is. Yeah, took him a minute, you know, to be like, what happened type of thing. But it, like that, he's good. He's clear. He's very clear.
Yeah.
Immediately.
with his family, and
Yep, exactly. So I'm also seeing a dog on that side, and I'm not sure
Cinnamon.
who's that is.
Cinnamon, she's
Oh,
seeing a
right.
dog.
Right.
So
Like a
I don't
teddy
need
bear
two
kind of
others,
a
Yeah.
dog.
That's funny because initially I thought it was a teddy bear, but it wasn't. Right? That's funny that you say that.
Yeah, it was
Cinnamon looked just like a teddy
Okay, all right,
bear
that makes
dog.
sense.
That was his
Yeah.
dog, he loved
Mhm.
that dog.
Yeah, it was a chow. Okay, that's interesting. That's so
Looked like a
funny.
teddy bear.
All right, yeah, because it was like very some shaggy dogs don't look like that. It's just like very well shaved. Like it looked like as if it was shaved, but it wasn't, right? Okay, no, I like him. Yeah, but no, he's much better over there. He's much better over there. So and he totally watches everything that's going on. He knows what's going on.
Yeah, he goes from not being clear thinking to complete clear thinking. Like whatever this is that he carried with him on this realm, I guess you wanna call it, or on Earth, he didn't take it with him.
Overdosed from a heroin addiction.
Yeah,
He didn't mean it.
it's got, because I can feel it, he's making me feel it, and
He
he's,
suffered terribly.
He wanted to be better.
Yeah,
He wanted to be better and he couldn't.
yeah.
And I thought that right after he passed, I went, boy, I'm sure he was surprised, because he kept saying it wouldn't happen, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, he was surprised, he was.
And I'm like, and afterwards I thought, boy, I bet you're surprised.
Yeah, because he says he told me so.
Came to me.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's the second message, and the same one that is very adamant that he wants me to know that it was an accident.
Yep.
No, yeah, he did not intend.
After it happened, I wondered, I didn't see him for the couple of days before that,
Mhm.
and I didn't know how
Yeah.
sad, or,
Yeah,
he said he never would do that, but.
right, he didn't have control over it.
No.
This was something that, unfortunately, he was the unfortunate victim, of addiction, and he just, I think that, he was good at putting the face on too for a while, and, and he couldn't do it for himself anymore.
And his doctor told me that, after that too, she asked me, she said that he's not being completely honest with you. And she asked me, says, I don't wanna hurt my mother, I don't wanna, because we're not helping her by lying to her.
Right.
Yeah.
And she kept saying, she's not being completely honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
No, he had a big heart though,
Mm-hmm.
really big heart.
Mhm.
Oh, my God.
Definitely, sweet. Under all of that, right, the world just got to him, truthfully.
Was there something done outside for him? Like, I'm not getting a memorial or something like that, I'm feeling like it was almost like I'm almost seeing like a bonfire, there was some kind of this is with his, like, people he knew of his peer age. I don't know if you know about it or not, but he's showing me like
What did they do, Ryan? Didn't they like set off like lanterns or something?
Oh,
Like-
you're right.
Okay, 'cause he's showing me
Yeah,
fire.
those Chinese
Yeah,
lanterns,
okay, all right,
Chinese did.
yeah, he, I know, right? Yeah, so no, he's very aware of what's going on, extremely aware.
He's
Is
with
it,
us a lot.
yeah, is there someone graduating? I know it sounds weird, but is there someone like coming into going into a year where they're gonna be graduating? Cause he's showing me an accomplishment of some sort, some kind of graduation, like in
Weddings,
next
maybe,
year.
his father got married and.
I don't know.
No, I'm not getting that. I'm not sure. I don't know that it'll make sense right now, but I'm getting cap and gown. Okay, so I'll give that to you, but I'm seeing cap and gown.
Alright. Yeah. And do you have headaches?
Do I have headaches?
Yeah, who has headaches? Someone has headaches. He's telling me about somebody who has headaches.
I get migraines.
You get migraines?
Mhm.
Okay. Honestly, are you related to him too?
I'm his aunt.
You're his aunt, okay. I don't know why anybody wanted me to acknowledge woman headaches. So.
I get headaches.
All right, I feel like he's thanking you for the support that you give. So I don't know if you're there helping or whatever, but he's thanking you for the support.
She
that
got
you
the
give.
first message and told him.
Okay.
And he's thanking you for the
Oh,
support
okay,
and
yeah.
message and giving that to me.
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of feel like for being there, I'm just gonna.
But helping you through everything too.
Yeah.
Were you
I feel
supposed to
like
get this message before? Because he's very adamant about the fact that he's so happy that you were getting the message now because you didn't get it before. I don't know, I'm not sure, but he's saying that this is,
You mean from a medium?
yeah,
Oh.
from a medium.
Did you go see another medium before?
I did. We
Okay.
talked.
Okay.
He
Alright.
gave me a message to get
Oh,
to
okay,
her,
alright,
which
good.
I kind of wasn't sure if I should or not.
Yeah, he's happy you're
She was
hearing it.
ready.
Yeah,
Right,
that's what
right.
he's saying, yeah, exactly. Something about you didn't show up someplace because you weren't ready, okay? That's what he's telling me. So,
But he's saying that you didn't show up someplace because you weren't ready. You were supposed to come to another one of these.
Oh, that's right.
okay, so, all right, so that makes
Yep.
sense to me. So he's extremely happy that you were here tonight.
That you had
Okay.
tonight.
Yeah.
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 He was all like this, like I'm gonna talk to him. Very
All
excited.
excited.
Because he has
Aw.
a smile, you know what I mean? He has that
Nice.
smile.
Yeah, he's in a much better
Yeah, he always
place.
did.
Much better.
Oh, yeah, he is the little boy you remember.
Yes.
Right,
He's at peace.
yeah. He's
Yeah,
a piece.
he is at peace. He
He is at peace.
Absolutely.
Connects with the shoulder.
They don't take it with them. Never do. Never take it with them.
He's there with a female too. And I think it's somebody he knew here. So I'm not sure who that is, but he is there with a female.
An older female?
Nope, in his age. So,
Oh.
Did he have a friend that passed away? A girl?
Oh, so many.
yeah, he
friends.
might have, but he is there with a female. And this is somebody who passed after. So,
I'm not gonna remember her.
yeah, so I'm not, she's not coming She's not like wanting to talk to me, but I'm seeing her.
Right, okay, okay.
That's the only thing.
Alright. That's Alma. I know, I'm still recuperating from that one.
I
Only
know,
because I
I know.
can feel it. He just,
I get a lot of that.
and I
get a
try,
lot
I
of
really
that.
try not to.
Yep.
But,
I don't
okay.
try to, but I guess I'm open to anybody who wants to come through.
Yeah, okay. I feel like I have a male, another male. This is an older male. And I feel like, do you have a father that passed?
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like I have your father for some reason. Okay. I'll okay, let's see. So, he makes me feel like daddy's little girl. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, like that like special bond that a dad has. Not all dads with their daughters, but like you were his pride and joy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he always looked out for you, made sure you were okay, you were included. He said it's very important for her to be included. So he needed to come through so that you knew that he was not going to not come through tonight, because if you sat there and he came through at the end, you'd be sitting here all night. Right? You needed to be included. He's like, I have to make sure she's included, right? So that's what he's coming through and telling me, because there's a lot of love around that, right? Oh gosh, okay, so he makes me feel like I don't know if it's you or him, but I have like a swallowing issue or something here. Does that make sense to you?
Well, he had lung issues.
Lung issues, so something here, okay. Because I'm having a hard time with this area with him, okay. All right, so he's very emotional.
Mm-hmm.
So he kind of makes me feel like during, maybe when he was sick
Mm-hmm.
at the end, right? I feel like, was he not able to speak?
Probably not that much. No.
Okay, because he just keeps showing me that he's communicating with his eyes,
Mhm.
right? And I feel like I have like they're a little watery, I'm trying to communicate, you know what I mean? But he's hoping that you understood how much he loved you. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Even if you couldn't say it, right?
Mhm.
Okay, you pick up on him?
You know, it's funny. I don't,
Because I
I'm
can
not
tell
sure.
you got something.
I keep seeing. I don't know if it's a band or if it's I'm getting like flute or clarinet or some kind of band stuff. And I don't know that I'm with you, but I'm being shown that.
Okay.
Okay. Because I'm being shown that. I don't know who that relates to in here, but I'm getting a lot of that.
And I have a very nervous stomach. Do you understand that?
Say that again?
Very nervous stomach. So I feel like this is you though. A little
Could be,
bit.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. And he's. Oh, is it warm in here? Is anybody else warm? I'm really warm.
I'm a
Okay.
little warm, but I'm good.
All right. So anyway, I just want to go to you. He's showing me like at the end his passing. I can feel like he needs to communicate with you. I feel like Mom is still here. Yes.
No.
Mom's passed. Was she gone when he was gone?
No, he passed a long time ago.
Right, so she was here after he passed, right? Okay. And you took care of her, because I feel like that's what he was telling me. She was here when he passed and you took care of Mom.
Yeah.
And so he wants to acknowledge that with you, okay? Because I feel like there's a sense of gratitude. There's a sense of gratitude. So you honored that. So he thanks you for that, right? Also too, do you understand, do you see a blue bird? You keep showing me a bird or something around birds.
My mother liked birds a lot.
Okay, so maybe we have your mom coming in too. All right, I keep seeing birds, a blue, I feel like a bird in the window, a bird, something around a bird. All right.
Is he not really good at taking care of himself?
I'm not sure what you mean.
Like taking if a doctor said to him, "You should do this," or going to
He
see a
did what he
doctor.
wanted to do.
Yeah.
Right, so he didn't listen.
He
He
didn't
only
go-
listened to himself,
But he,
right?
yeah, he would
Yeah.
say that's nice.
It's like he wouldn't go. It's like he wouldn't go to the doctor.
I'm still eating bacon, right?
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Like I feel like he had to be coaxed into going.
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
well, he knew he knew he had
Yeah.
this problem and it was
And
not
he-
fixable.
Right.
and
He just
so-
didn't want to
Right,
know.
right.
Yeah, he just didn't want to know what was going on.
Yeah.
But he's
Yeah.
like, so much has happened, right? So much has happened. Do you have a son? Yes?
No,
Who has a son, the young
my
man?
sister has 3 sons.
Okay, he's acknowledging the boys,
Mhm.
all right? I'm supposed to acknowledge them if you can pass that along.
I will.
There's one that is something's going on with. I don't know. I don't think bad. I think
No, I'm trying to
there's a thing. I think he's acknowledging that. Okay. There's one in particular, for whatever reason, that he's acknowledging over the others.
Oh, something good going on?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
There's something good. It's not a bad thing. No, 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 no. Like, I feel like it's a congratulations or.
Well, we're
or,
hoping he's gonna get engaged, but we haven't got it confirmed yet.
Oh, another engagement?
Oh, we're hoping.
You're hoping, okay, well, he's telling me there's one that he is acknowledging over the others because of something.
Okay.
Like an event or congratulations, okay? So I'm supposed to acknowledge him. Also, who wears the nurse's uniform? Is
My
there
sister.
Your sister, okay, so that's her son, yes, he wants to
Yeah.
validate that for you,
Yeah.
okay. All right, let's see. But I keep getting like, you're the one that holds it all together though.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So he really needs you to understand how appreciative he is of that, because I think everybody else kind of gets a free pass in the family, and you're the one that has to pick out all the pieces and hold it all together. And he's very, very, very thankful, especially when it came to mom.
Mhm.
Okay, who, by the way, did she tug on things? I don't know why, but I have her like tugging on
She used to
something.
pull on me.
Yeah, like tugging, like she's tugging on, like I feel like she wants to be acknowledged, so she's like tugging, right? So she wants you to know that she's here, I feel like that's what that's for. Okay. Almost like a little kid, like me, I'm here. You know,
But she was grown.
which is an adult woman tugging. So I need to acknowledge her too, because I feel like they're together. They come in, I don't know how their relationship was, but I feel like they're together. All right, and they show me this is just my symbol for marriage.
Uh-huh.
So I know that they were married at the time of their passing,
Yeah.
right? Okay. And, gosh, is there something with a certain stone or a rock that you would understand? Almost feels like it's either a heart shape or, oh gosh, a purple stone.
Angel wings, something.
I feel like it's a stone.
Okay.
So purple amethyst stone.
She liked, yeah, she liked purple amethyst a lot.
Purple amethyst, okay. Do you have one?
I do, I have a necklace.
Okay. Is it from her or is it just
No.
yours?
No,
Because she's acknowledging the purple amethyst.
well, I'll have to check that out, I don't remember, maybe there is.
Okay, all right. Oh gosh, someone else, she's telling me that she's proud too. I feel like did someone get their doctorate?
My daughter got her master's.
Okay, that's
She's
close
going
enough
for
for me.
Higher
It's a
education.
female, right? Yeah, okay, your daughter, yeah, female. Okay, so she's acknowledging that, very
Oh.
proud of that, that's a proud moment in the family, right? Because everybody's doing really well, like she's proud of this family that she created, right? And so they both kind of sit back and they just watch. You know, she's telling me that you're doing fine without them, you know? I know, but she's like, they're doing fine without us, like, you know, we did what we needed to do when we were here. And look at this wonderful family I have.
You kind of keep the family unit together, don't you?
Yeah.
She's
Yeah,
the
you-
backbone. She's
Yeah,
put all the
and she's
pieces.
saying, like, you took over
Yeah.
that. Like, she was really proud about that.
Yeah.
Like,
That's nice.
the fact, and that you still, like, she's like, she doesn't always want to make the plans. She's just the one who always has to make the plans.
Yes, she's
Right.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like,
right.
They
she
won't.
shows it to me as a burden, right?
Yeah. Well, sometimes it feels that way,
Right.
yeah, it's like,
Right.
can't somebody else do this?
Exactly.
Right,
Exactly.
or at least help out enough, so
Yeah.
it doesn't feel this way.
Yeah.
Right, I want to
She's
enjoy my
saying
day.
this because Thanksgiving's coming and I thought about not doing it.
You're
That's
so funny.
You do it,
Because
right,
I've seen
you have
you
to.
running around like a crazy person while
Yeah.
everybody else kind of sits around and is like,
Yeah.
hey, how's it going? You know, like
Yeah.
the whole thing. And but you're like putting it all on, and everyone has a great time. But then you're like, what happened?
Yeah.
So
That's true.
yeah, I guess
Ugh.
she's telling me more like take some time. You know, take some time, smell the roses, and
Right.
like see what's going on. Sit, plop your butt down, tell everybody to bring a dish.
Yeah.
And is there a new car?
Is there a new car?
Or do you need a new car?
No?
I'm getting a new car.
Really? Let's hope I don't need one.
I'm getting
not
a
because
new
of
car,
me.
but I feel like it's deserving.
Yeah, it's not because of me.
It's deserving.
Oh,
A new
Okay.
car, deserving.
that's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm being so shown research too.
Snow
I'm not sure what
tires.
that's about.
Snow tires.
Snow tires?
Yeah, snow tires.
My youngest daughter wants to put snow tires on her car.
Oh, okay.
I don't know
Okay,
if that's-
I'll give it to you because she wouldn't let it go unless I said snow tire.
Well, she worried a lot, so that was.
That'll still keeps tugging. Get the snow tires. Oh, yeah, so that's just, you know, when they come up with stuff like that, it's just so that you know that they're still with you. That's it, you know?
Mhm.
Or that they heard your conversation,
Uh-huh.
that kind of a thing, you know? And there's something with the kitchen sponge.
Really?
Yes, there's something with the kitchen sponge. I think you need a new one.
Is it with bleach?
Was there, yeah.
With bleach?
Well, I feel like it, yeah, like whatever it
I
is.
threw one out a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
She a real clean
Oh,
person,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's right, she showed me.
because like they get fungus, you know.
Yeah, because, the idea is either bleach it or throw it away.
Right, she and I had a real issue with that. I used to tell her they wouldn't put it on her tombstone.
That's funny. That's so funny.
She would keep stuff clean when no one was there.
Oh, yeah.
It was just,
Yeah. Because she was showing me like cleaning stuff, and she's like looking at the sponge, and she's like, I wouldn't clean with that sponge.
Yeah.
It's not because
No,
you
no.
or I.
Believe me, I could not live up to those standards.
Yeah. High
Something
standard.
I accepted long ago.
Right. So she's still the same. That's your mom. Still the same.
She had anything for my other daughter? She didn't mention.
Your other daughter. Oh gosh, there's 3?
No, I have 2, but she's
2?
only talked about 1 so far. And the other one's gonna get done out of shape.
So you have one going to school for her master's,
She
and then
finished
there's
her master's.
She finished.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So doctorate would be next, right? PhD. And then the other one. Who's the younger one?
Older.
Oh, the
But
older one.
you would think she was the younger one. She's actually the older one.
she's a little more of a free spirit.
Oh yeah, she's definitely.
She's telling me she's a free spirit.
Yeah.
Right. Does she work with kids?
No, kids adore her, but she
Yeah, I
doesn't
keep
actually
seeing
work with
kids. She's
them.
supposed to work with kids. There's something about kids around her. She should be working with children. And that's when she'd be happy. So that's why she's not fulfilling what it is that she needs to fulfill in life. Is she needs to find a place where she's happy, and it is around kids. I keep seeing kids in her future, kids in work, whatever. That's where she'd be happy.
Has she moved around a lot, or she
Yeah.
talks about? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, because that's what she's showing me. Like she's not found her place yet.
No.
Okay. And your mom's saying not to worry about that because she's going to.
Okay.
All right.
She's
No,
just a late-
seriously.
She's a late bloomer.
But
Yeah.
she lands on her feet.
Yeah.
She lands on her feet.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
And it's almost like because she tells me she's like don't really know how. Like she always
Yeah.
lands on her feet, but she lands on her feet.
Well, because she trusts that things are going to work out.
Yep.
She
Yeah.
trusts that things are going to work
Yeah,
out.
she's-
They always have, so why wouldn't they? You know?
She doesn't have the stress. You know what I mean? She doesn't. It's like she doesn't carry the same amount of stress. That
And we all
some-
do it for her.
Right.
So why should she?
Yeah.
She's gonna be just fine. She's got you.
Exactly.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. But I'm just seeing kids. She should work with
Mhm.
kids. Is what she's telling me. Lots of kids, like a teacher or something, would be really
I'm
fabulous.
seeing something with
for
the
her.
outdoors with her too.
Yeah,
What
and
did you say?
The
Oh, yeah,
outdoors. The
Oh,
outdoors.
outdoors? Okay.
Yeah.
yeah. And actually, you know, this is interesting because she shows me almost like therapy stuff. So I don't know what she's doing now, but I see her actually working. She's showing me like a child, and working with their legs, like a therapy thing. More physical therapy.
I don't know, my youngest daughter had a lot of problems with her legs, so
Oh.
that really actually could be something else altogether.
I don't know. How old is who's like in their mid-20s, 30s?
They're both in their early 30s, they're only 22 months apart.
All right, I'm going. Oh God, they're both in that. So I guess it could be either. Does one have dark hair?
Yes,
Which one's
the
that?
younger one, the one that you think has the PhD.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah.
All right, because she's showing me the dark-haired one.
Yeah, she's having trouble with her legs right now.
She's having trouble right now. Is she in therapy for them?
She's been going for the gym, but she's actually going into like a
Water.
rehab problem
She needs
situation.
water.
Yeah.
She needs water. She needs to be in the water with them.
Okay,
Definitely in the water. Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
Did they do some kind of nerve things on her?
No, she had polio from her polio vaccine
Okay.
when she was a child,
Right.
and so she's had like 7 surgeries and all
Okay,
kinds
because I'm
of
seeing
different
them
things.
like
and
test
stuff.
her reactions.
Well, they probably,
Okay.
yeah,
That's what
for
I'm seeing.
feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm-
I'm putting water around her.
Yeah. I'm not seeing anything like awful. Like I see them.
No, it's just,
Yeah. It's
It's
just
just an
constant.
ongoing
Yeah.
thing, and they're bothering her.
Yeah.
right now. Yeah. water, and come up to me later, I'll give you some information I think you can use for her.
Okay.
That comes from me, not from.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not from the other side.
Yeah, not from the other side, I have some stuff for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I miss them both very much, so it's good to hear them.
Yeah, it was nice they both came in like that, right? I love that she tugged, that was really cute, really sweet.
I have a guy. I got a guy. I have an older gentleman. He comes across as like being one of the guys. All right. He comes across as being one of the guys, one of the like a buddy. Like he had a group of guy friends, you know, and they would go out and do things. And I'm almost seeing like really outdoor things. What I'm seeing in my mind is like fishing and hunting and all of these different things. Although I don't believe he ever did go hunting, which is funny. But he's like the kind of he like had those. He's
Friends
like
that did that?
yeah, like he
So
was an outdoor
part of
guy.
a-
He was
part of a clan.
yeah, he was part of a group of guys. Okay. And I almost want to say he was part of a club, like one of these VFW, because I'm seeing military with this guy too, in his younger days.
Okay.
So he could put back a few as well, and he did. He did on more than one occasion. But I'm also seeing that he has a son that they kind of got along, didn't get along, got along, didn't get along, and there's a question of pride for the son. Okay, there's a question of pride. The son has the question of pride, and he's coming through with a huge amount of pride. Okay, because the son has been lost off and on, he's saying. So they weren't expecting him to pass, like when he did. It was kind of like I feel like he had some issues, but this was more sudden than anything else. Are you picking up on him at all?
I'm trying to. I'm seeing glimpses of a guy with a drink in his hand.
Right.
I'm trying to find him in the room is what I'm doing.
I know.
I'm doing that a little bit.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to anybody?
A little bit.
A little bit.
My stepfather might be.
Your stepfather? Okay. All right.
Was he in the service?
Yes.
Yeah, military connection, like proud.
Marines?
I'm
Could
sorry.
be.
Marines?
Could be. He
Dark
was very
suit?
proud.
Is that dark suit? Marines, are they
Blue,
dark?
blues?
My stepfather was in the Air Force.
Because he's telling me.
Blues are Air Force.
His grandfather was a Marine.
Okay.
So Marine,
Oh, okay,
and
okay.
Air Force, so they're all wearing blue, right?
Right.
That's blue? All of them are blue?
Well, he had a white uniform. He used to work
He
in
used
the
to wear-
hospital.
His white, oh, okay.
I don't feel like I'm with you. I feel like I'm over here somewhere.
Okay.
Um,
blue. When you said hunting and fishing, I almost feel like it was big game.
He did stuff. Like he was a guy's guy. You know what I mean? Like he was like a.
Does that make any sense?
He was a
to you
bold
guys?
personality.
Does that make any sense?
Doing golfing every weekend.
No, this no.
Golfing, I don't see the club.
No, I don't
Just
see the
yet,
club either.
anyway.
Not yet. Although I did have somebody before the club. Did he have a thing? Like one of those hats?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. But this
Hold on
guy,
to
yeah,
that
hold on
one.
to that. But this gentleman here, he was really a man. And try to think outside, like maybe who you may know, because this guy was a real man's man. He could have been friends with somebody who's here. Like I feel like he was a buddy.
Big game.
You know, he was somebody who
How old is he?
I want to say he was like 60s exactly.
Can you describe him at all?
He's a bigger guy. I'm getting a bigger guy.
I mean, hair, eyes.
Blue eyes. I feel blue eyes. You feel blue eyes? I feel blue eyes.
I'm getting darker hair. Okay. At least when he was younger, it was darker. And I feel like at one time he had facial hair.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he looked as good with facial hair.
What did he do for work?
I feel like he was more hands-on.
And there may have been a gap in his front teeth. Maybe. Something with his front teeth.
My grandfather was a Merrill's Marauder Green Beret, and he lost all his teeth.
He lost all his
He
teeth.
was really proud, right? Like he was a proud guy. Like he was very. He didn't talk about it a lot though, did he? Because I'm getting this guy didn't.
So,
He was really proud of his military connection. He didn't talk about it a lot. He wasn't like one of these guys who would walk around with the hat. You know, it was, you know, they would say, oh, army on it or military or whatever. He wasn't that
He
guy.
liked jokes too. He liked to tell a good joke.
he used to laugh at his own jokes.
He liked it.
He liked to tell a good joke is what I'm
He
getting.
could, yeah, and then
Like
he could be
barroom
pretty.
jokes,
He
like
could be
barroom
inappropriate.
jokes, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
he could be inappropriate. Around the right people. Around the right people, I should say. He's showing me a really big heart, but he's really showing me this connection with a son who was on again, off again, on again, off again. Okay? Something about the
Does
son
that make
question.
sense to you back there or no?
No.
None of
No.
that does?
No?
Okay,
Okay.
so
Not
over
even.
here. Okay.
Okay, because he's showing me a younger male that was kind of maybe not all the way on his way all the time, but he wanted to like bring forth that, you know, there was still a lot of pride there. He's really, he's kind of hammering it home, so that's the only reason I'm bringing it up.
He's just, and he's a very interesting guy, like, I
He
feel
is.
like he was very, I think people liked him.
He's told stories too.
Yep, he had stories, and, like, I see him like, you know, like around the bar, but he's not like always at the bar. But you know what I mean? Like, that's where he was him, like, he could tell a story, get a joke,
Mm-hmm.
like, they would like him at a bar. You know what I mean? Like, that kind of a guy. Does that make sense to you? No? Not
Because
the
he's
bar?
showing me he was way more in his element when he was in the military than he was out of the military.
I know my grandfather had a hard time coming back after the
Okay,
military.
because he's showing me like he just that's where he was.
He went in when he was 16.
He never got out of it. Like he was able to transition fully when he got out.
Yeah.
And he was really good at what he did. Really
Yeah.
good at what he did. He was. I mean, I don't know. I feel like he had people going to him a lot. So.
And he's referencing a tattoo.
Yeah.
Also, a certain tattoo.
And I'm seeing him in. He's showing me a globe. He traveled a lot.
Yeah, he
Okay.
learned India and
Traveled a lot. He's showing
Burma.
because he's showing me Asia and then down, almost. Like not like I'm so geographically challenged. It's not
Me
funny.
too.
But he's showing me. I'm like, really gonna put a globe?
Yeah,
That's not a good
so
thing.
bad.
So he's showing me like that half, that half of the, or for you guys, this half.
I wouldn't have done that.
I know, I'm really bad about it, but
Gosh. And did he have a distinctive nose?
probably were Jewish, all the big noses.
Well, he's just telling me he had a distinctive nose, so there's something to say, you know, I don't know what that means, but I'll give it to you.
I'm gonna use more hard liquor than beer.
Yeah,
That's what he
yeah,
showed
it
me.
wasn't beer.
It wasn't beer.
No.
He was like
And
a.
he wasn't like an
Cocktail. No,
alcoholic.
no, I'm not
It
getting
wasn't
that
like
at all.
that. He just liked to go out and tell a joke at a
I'm not
bar,
getting
like
that at
that, or that kind of a thing. It feels like that kind of a thing to me.
Yeah.
Um,
He's showing me,
there's
I
a
don't
book
know.
too. Who's got the book? There's a book.
There's a book about Merrill's Marauders that we
that you have.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a book. So I need to give you that for validation, so you
Yeah.
understand.
Were you looking into genealogy?
No.
Okay, because he's showing me timeline. He's showing me timeline, family timeline. So if you're not looking into genealogy, he's showing me family timelines. Okay.
I could take the book in genealogy, but I'm not sure who you're talking about, so that might be yours and then.
And
Right,
then
right,
something to you.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he just told me about a book. I don't feel like it's ancestry or anything.
Okay.
I feel like it's just the book, and the book would help validate who he is, and that's why he gave it to me. So if that makes sense to you, I want you to take that, okay? Also, gosh,
The sun thing though, I don't.
that you don't understand.
There's something about the sun. Would you understand that?
I'm not sure about that,
Okay.
yeah, I'm not too sure.
Alright, because I'm getting something about, it's being given to me extremely strong for somebody here.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
What is it that you don't understand?
He didn't have a son, he had 2 daughters.
okay. Because I'm getting younger male than him that was very close to him. So when I see that, I see son. Okay? But it doesn't necessarily have to be son, but he's trying to be younger male than him, very close. They kind of maybe had lost his way a couple times, and all that stuff. Because I feel like he kind of he had expectations, you know, he had a level of ethic and moral and stuff like that he held people to. So I feel like he was like, you're good with me, I'm good, you know, like I'm good with you, don't worry about it, because the person had lost his way a bit. So, and a question of, what I'm looking for. I don't know the word, but like basically like not living up to standards, okay? But he's saying, it's okay, you lived up to my standards, you're awesome, so.
Does that make more sense to you, or no?
Is the grandfather you have, and the grandfather's talking about his son, that son's living or has passed?
I'm getting that he's living,
Okay,
okay?
yeah. I have a grandfather who had a son, who
Okay.
has, the son's alive, so,
Okay. Yeah, that's what, I'm getting the person's alive,
yeah.
otherwise he wouldn't.
And he was in the military.
The son or the?
No, the
grandfather.
grandfather
Yeah, I do have a grandfather who was in the military.
that had a son.
Yeah.
And was the son in and out of his life, or was there issues there?
About measuring up, that's what I'm getting.
Probably.
Like-
I would.
Like he felt like, and this is what he's bringing through to me, like he feels like during, when he was alive, he somehow put out this expectation that wasn't maybe valid, okay? No,
Okay.
alright, so he's taking responsibility for that. And he's saying that I shouldn't have put out that expectation, there shouldn't have been that bar, right, to meet. But this person always felt like they couldn't match up, they couldn't raise, that he was always raising the bar or something. But he's taking that responsibility and saying, I shouldn't have put that on that person.
Okay.
And that he's apologizing for that.
Cool.
But he didn't know what he didn't know then, that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
He's not making excuses at all, he's not. As a matter of fact, he was very big on being able to say that, because he feels like, even still today, that person feels like, I know he loved me, but I feel like I never measured up.
Okay.
So I'll leave you with that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Can I just ask you, does any of that make sense to you, though? Not your grandfather, but to you and your father?
Kind of the other way around for me.
What's that?
Kind of the other way around.
Okay.
Yeah, because I honestly feel like that is the connection. It's grandson, son, his son, grandson, issues there, right?
Between me and my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what he's referring to, and that's the book.
Your dad's passed?
No.
No, but the issue with the
Oh, okay, I see
grandfather
what
is
you're saying.
talking about his son, his grandson.
Yeah, they
son.
had issues.
Okay.
Yes, and I feel like some of that is for you, because I feel like that's, because he kept making me look at you. I'm like, I'm not turning my head, I can't look down there. I'm like, oh, I just feel like some of that's you. And I just feel like this is the way of him coming in to tell you that everything is gonna be fine. Like, the way he looks at you is different than the rest of it, you know what I mean, all that garbage that we grew up with.
Yeah.
Is there an
So-
issue like ethic, non-ethic, ethic? Did it
Yeah.
go like this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like
He's
some
real
of
hot
that,
and cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That there's more of like, you playing the father?
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. Alright, that makes sense then.
yeah, because I kept, it's right there, that
Mhm.
message is all yours. Yeah, and he's very proud of you.
Right, exactly.
For doing what your dad couldn't do. Does that make more sense?
Or being the person,
Yes.
absolutely, like you stepped up.
You stepped up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So, and you learned that we learn things from people one way or another, right? We learn if we wanna be that person or if we don't wanna be that person. That's what
I'm
he's
just
showing
getting,
me.
I'm just
Yeah.
getting like hats off to you.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
a good guy. You're a good guy, and you're gonna be a great dad, and you're doing everything right.
Yeah.
Dad again.
What he's telling me is that you thought about that, right?
They keep pushing that on.
Yeah, but
right?
what he's
Yeah.
telling me is that you thought about that, about what kind of
Yeah.
dad you'd be, right? So
Yeah.
he's really
You know
bringing
what not
through
to
that.
be.
Yeah, this
You
is,
know what not to be.
he's really bringing that through, is that.
Wait, he's saying he's gonna be a good dad?
Yeah.
Don't be like
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely, because you have standards, you have those standards of what you find acceptable and what you find not acceptable.
And the interesting thing is, as soon as I said book, you knew the book. And that's why he would not let me leave your face. I'm like,
And you know how you kept saying little girl? I keep hearing daddy's little girl. So that's what I keep being shown, so.
that pink
Just
little
saying.
the pink little bow that's coming?
Yeah.
Alright.
Do we know when that's coming?
Not yet.
having a granddaughter.
It'll be one of those big reveal parties.
Yeah,
That's the way
Have
they
a
do it
cake or
now,
something.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
light up a firework. Isn't that what they
Exactly.
do? Pink for girl, blue for boy?
I don't know, I
That's
just
what they
asked,
do.
I just
Maybe
asked.
twins.
Oh!
Like, thanks.
It happens.
Twins?
Twins happen, that's all I'm saying. You never know, I have some.
Yeah, she does.
I didn't plan on
They're in my
it.
family.
My twins were supposed to be number 3.
They were
They're 3 and
four.
4. That's okay. It's all good. I'm still staying a little bit. Right? Yeah, no, but that was for you. I feel like 100% that's for you.
Thank you.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. All right. Who's Smiley? I keep hearing Smiley, somebody's always smiling. I keep hearing smiling. And I feel like I feel like I have a couple people coming in for this person. So I'm looking at a male and a female coming in together.
Together?
Well, they're coming in together. I don't know if they're together, but they're coming in together right at the moment. And I keep hearing they want to talk to Smiley. The person that's always
Did
smiling.
they dance? Because I'm getting something with dancing. Like almost
They're
voluntary
happy.
dancing type of stuff, yeah.
They're happy people. So that's good. Let's see. She, I believe, has an M name, like a Margaret or a Mary, something like that. I feel like I'm over on that side of the room somewhere. Can anybody understand? Does anybody have a Margaret or Mary that would be coming in with a gentleman? No. All right, I'll go back.
I'll go back.
Help me out, come on. I asked for them to be clear. It doesn't always work that way.
They were very, very into Christmas.
Yeah, and they liked peas.
Peas.
Oh, fresh peas, like snap peas. You snap them and you eat them. You know what I mean, like pea pods.
Those are good.
Peas.
Yes, you like those.
I don't like them.
You don't like them?
You like them?
I do. I do like them. Fresh ones.
Okay. But they show me pea pods, snapping them and eating them. I think that's a memory, sitting around the table doing this kind of thing.
Are you further west? If you ask them, are you further west? I'm further west.
You're going west?
Yeah, I'm
They're in
going,
the west?
not west coast, but I'm getting more mid.
Oh, like
mid.
Ohio? Or no? Is
Yeah,
that-
I'm
is
getting
that
more
west? Yeah, it is
Midwestern.
west.
Can't go any more east. I'm gonna back up.
I'm gonna punch
She's
it.
gonna kill me.
I will later.
I know.
A ride home.
No, I'm getting more west.
Okay.
Openness.
Well, I get maple syrup.
I'm getting when they were young. I'm not
Oh.
getting, I'm seeing when they were young.
Alright.
Because you brought up this snap peas.
No, it's here. I feel like it's here. I feel like it's at the kitchen table. We're
Alright.
snapping peas, we're eating, and we're talking, and we're all together. I have this woman in particular. She's sitting with. I feel like the woman that she's sitting with would be older now, but younger then, right? So it would be granddaughter or daughter or aunt, something like, well, that would be her aunt, or she'd be the grandmother or mother, right? Something like that. Because I feel family, I don't feel like it's friend or something like that, so I feel family. And, gosh.
You know, it's funny, I'm getting one of those, I don't sew, but it's one of those tufted things you put needles in.
Oh, pincushion.
Okay, pincushion.
Pincushion.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
getting one of those. I don't know if she not crocheted, but like those needle points or something. I'm getting that.
Oh, okay. Like she would
She
sit
made
there and
those.
do this? Oh, the plastic ones.
Yes. Right.
The plastic ones. Do you know what I'm right? It wasn't right, it wasn't the real
No,
pretty ones,
no,
it was
no.
the plastic ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
She was crafty though.
Yeah.
She could do more, but she.
And the tissue box. You make
The crocheted tissue box.
the plastic one,
Which
with the
one?
needle point, because it's over the tissue. I've had this one
Oh.
for a little while, because she kept making me look at the tissue box.
You
I don't know why.
from this?
No.
Sorry.
All right,
Can anyone take that?
the needle
The
point
needle
with the
point,
plastic.
the plastic crochet. I know it sounds weird, but.
Well, Nana's name is Margaret. They called her Grace, but it's M. Grace. I wonder if it'd be Nana.
Did she
make
make
those?
Did she make
I made all kinds of craft things,
Okay,
like
she was
Afghans,
really
and she needle
crafty.
pointed on Afghans, and she.
And on the plastic things, and make like tissue box covers,
Yeah,
and
she did all
all of that
stuff.
stuff.
I'm also seeing those
Okay.
those circles.
George's.
The
That's
yeah,
what I think. Little things.
the little things, the circle things, yeah. Okay, and who was she to you?
Our grandmother.
Your grandmother.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did she
okay.
like host holidays? Because she's showing
Died
me.
when I was 5, so I don't really remember.
She's showing me different whole.
Well, would anybody understand the peas, the snapping of the peas?
Yes.
If you
You
oh,
do?
you do?
I do.
Okay.
Does any of that other stuff make sense?
I
to
remember
you?
when I was a little girl,
Mm-hmm.
we went up to Maine, the whole family, and fresh gardens, we picked the peas, the strawberries, the blueberries, so I remember snapping peas.
Snapping peas.
Was she
Okay.
crafty?
One of my grandmothers was very crafty.
Okay. Because I'm seeing that pincushion thing.
And she sewed.
Okay.
And she sewed,
Alright.
okay.
Is it M?
All right, and maybe.
Okay, M is Maria, so I'm thinking maybe it's
Oh,
connected
could be
with
you.
my
Okay,
name.
sure.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna say that.
Yeah,
All right,
Yeah.
let's get some more.
Because I don't wanna
need
take
you
from
out.
someone
No, no,
else
no,
if
no,
it's
no,
someone
yeah,
else's.
No, I'm glad you're raising your hand, that's what it's about, because
Yeah.
that way
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
ask for more and we'll see if we can figure out who she
Okay.
belongs to, okay?
Do you remember seeing something on her, like I'm being brought to a dresser?
Can you be quiet, please?
I'm being brought to a dresser where it had like those, like the powder puff thing and like the perfume spray.
Yes.
Okay, because she's showing me that specifically. It was kind of a nice little set that she
Yep,
had, or like,
yep.
yeah.
Powder puff thing?
Yeah, and this, you know, the perfume sprayer. She's showing me that whole little set. Yeah.
Okay,
Who
very,
got- Did someone get that? Someone, because she's showing me like, it was nice. It was a nice set.
I'm sure my mom did.
Okay,
I'm
because
sure.
it had a heavy mirror, because I could feel the weight
I'm
of
sure
that
my
mirror.
mother did that.
Yeah.
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 You know, the perfume.
yeah, yeah. All right, sorry, I just sprayed water all over my face.
No, that's okay.
Camera.
Did she actually make holiday, like, I don't know if they were stockings or like there was something that she actually sewed names onto, or there was something specific?
I'm sure one of the grandmothers that I think you connected with, she did. She sewed a lot. She was a seamstress.
She was really good at it. Yeah, it was, I mean, this was not amateur stuff. This
No,
was-
no, she
okay,
was
that's
not
what
an
she's showing
amateur.
you. And the painting I'm being shown is a big one, so that makes sense then,
Yeah.
that's, okay, because this wasn't like someone who just dabbled in it.
No, she didn't dabble in the sewing.
Big deal for her.
Yeah, and did
Big
she
deal
bake?
for her.
Absolutely.
Because it baked more than cooked, right?
She did both. I mean,
Okay.
she did both.
Okay, because I'm seeing a lot of baking, a lot of
Yeah.
pie.
Yep.
Yeah, pie specifically.
Okay, and we're coming into pie season, so that's wonderful, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, cause it smells really yummy.
See.
Smells really good, okay. I love the way when you walk into her house, it feels, do you understand?
Yeah.
Like you walk in, you feel loved.
Yep.
You feel like, yeah, like this is where I wanna be, no,
Yeah.
I can't do anything wrong here.
Absolutely.
Did you ever
Yeah,
say like
and I
this
feel-
smells like her house? Oh, it smells like her house. Like you knew the smell of her house.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, but I walk in and it just smells good, I
Mhm.
feel good, I know I'm loved here. And I feel like that was like the one thing that she wanted to do in life was to make other people feel good
Yes.
when they came to her.
Yeah.
And so she was really,
Mm.
like, I wanna say proud of that, not necessarily proud, but that, she lived for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was her.
Mhm.
And I gotta say too, I feel like she's showing me a book, but I'm flipping through it and the pages are worn.
Okay.
Okay, so the pages are worn. I don't think this is the ancestry genealogy.
Okay.
I feel like the pages are worn because it's more like I've been through this 1,000 times and I keep looking and I keep looking at things. So I'm going back, I feel like some of it's photo albums. I feel like there's clippings in it. I feel like there's recipes in it. I feel like her whole life is in this book.
Okay.
But it's the family book. It's not just, so I mean, yeah, that sounds
I
like.
can understand what that book may be then. I
Do you
can.
know what I mean? It's like everything in it.
Yeah. And I think my mother has that book.
Yes. And
Her
she's like,
daughter. Yeah.
right, going through it over and over. I mean, she's
She's really
looking.
proud of her.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's got, the whole family is in this book.
Okay. Yep.
Okay? And so she's acknowledging the book,
Yep.
right? And I even feel like, can I say, were you a cheerleader?
No, I was not a cheerleader.
But I have you dressed up.
Dressed up.
I have you dressed up and it's
Like a cheerleader?
almost like a cheerleader kind of thing. You're younger and your hair is up, but you're not dressed like this on purpose. I mean, well, you are, but I mean, but it's not like something you would wear every day. So it'd be like more costume or you dressed for an event.
Okay.
And you're young and full of energy, and you were very popular, yes.
Was I very?
That's what I'm getting. She's telling me she was very popular. She was very cute, very attractive.
Remember, this is what
right?
she thought.
Okay, now I love you guys. Thank
But your hair is up like you're spunky.
I've always been spunky. That is my personality, and you know, even when I was younger, my main mission was I want everyone to get
Right.
along. So maybe symbolically, yes, I'm the cheerleader, but I never
Okay.
was an
Okay.
official cheerleader.
But you have, but you definitely have, like you would wear spirit clothing.
Yes.
right? Like
Yeah.
if you were going to a basketball game, you would wear the basketball or whatever, football, the whatever, right? Like younger, when you're younger, for your school, for your events. There's something that you have with an emblem on it or something.
I know what that means, and it has to do with spirit,
Okay.
meaning spirit. So, but I didn't go to the games when I was younger, I just didn't go.
Alright.
Yeah, but I know what you mean by that, I
Okay.
definitely do.
Okay. Is there a video of you when you're a teenager that you made with your friends?
I hope not.
That was before those days, right? We were very happy with that. Before YouTube.
No, there's, no, but a lot of pictures with friends, I have to say, pictures.
Yeah, there's just one particular thing she keeps showing me. You're dressed up in something. It's in there somewhere.
I'll take it, I'm sure
It's in there
this,
somewhere, and you're dressed up, and your hair is, it's not how you would normally wear your hair, like you have pigtails or something.
okay.
But you're a teenager, which is not normal, you know, at your age to wear those things, but you
Right.
are. And you're dressed in costume, and it's for an event, and you're there with your girlfriends, so
Okay.
look it up.
I will.
There's a, I feel like there's a blanket or something in the picture, or, I don't know, whatever it is, but you're in a costume, look it up, there's a picture of this.
Okay.
And she's letting me know that she's aware of it, and how adorable you were, and, she's telling me you're very popular, so, whatever. Oh gosh, but, now she's telling me that, now you're also an advocate in life.
Yes,
So she's very proud of what you are now as
Yeah.
well. So the work you do is very important.
thank you. Yeah.
Yes. And I kind of feel like you make a difference in the world, so,
Oh, thank you, yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
So she is acknowledging that for you.
that's cool.
Like she's saying you're a bright light, like she was a bright light.
Yeah, she was. She
Yeah.
was. And I'll just say too, I know when you get in the M, I feel like you have my grandmother, but her mother was Maria too, and I'm named after
And you're
her.
named after her.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just saying that
The
maybe
namesake.
both of them, yeah, I don't,
Coming in, yeah.
yeah.
Well, the P's do it. The P's and the M, and, yeah,
That, and
Yeah.
yeah, that brings me back to when I was younger,
right,
way younger, yeah.
way,
Yeah, way
little,
younger.
little at the
Well,
table, snapping peas.
Snapping peas,
Yeah,
yeah.
very cool.
Mm.
Well, she's proud of you.
Thank you,
And the woman that you are, yeah,
thank you,
you're welcome.
thank you.
Yeah.
Am I blushing?
Yes, you are blushing.
No, get up and take a bow.
She's off the clock.
Thank you.
Oh,
I kind of have an older gentleman coming through, and he comes through really soft, and he's one of these guys that he just worked every day of his life. You know, he did everything right his whole life. He kind of was the one who stepped back a little bit and let the mother kind of, you know, be the disciplinary, all this stuff. But also, it seemed like he sat in his recliner. He was a homebody. He like really liked to. He had a rigid. Like he had a schedule, you know what I mean? Like you could follow him every day and know what he was doing. When he comes through and he's like one of these guys, yeah. But he's also what he wants to do is he's trying to show that there was somebody who took care of him at the end. It was very like and this is what happens to me. He's giving this person the nurse's hat, and when that happens for me, it's an honoring. You know, it's a thank you so much for what you did for me. You made him feel respected and important at the end. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm here. Okay, I really feel like I'm here. Light of my life. That's what he said. Light of my life. Okay. All right. So he's saying those things, and is there something with horses?
Yeah.
Okay.
My mom grew up on a horse.
Okay, because he's showing me horses. So
I think it's my uncle.
Okay, because he's showing what they do. They'll just show me things that you might be able to hold on to that somebody else can't. So, because he's showing me he was sick, like you know what I mean. He was sick for a while. Yeah, and you didn't leave. Like you just you were there. Like you just always you advocated for him. You made sure that
My mom did more so.
Okay, but you were there.
Yeah.
Like, and he was saying like. Chocolate. What is that? Huh?
Chocolate. He's like thanking for the chocolate. I don't know.
Did you give him something that he wasn't supposed to have?
Yeah. Someone gave him chocolate.
Someone gave him something he wasn't supposed to. I mean, not that he wasn't supposed to have it. It was like, here, like I want to, this is gonna make you smile. This is gonna make you happy.
Think about it, because there's chocolate involved.
There is.
My grandma always had a chocolate cake. My mom probably snuck some to him.
Probably. He probably did. Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Did he live longer than they thought that he was going to at the very, very end? That's what he's saying.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 'cause he's telling me like they really thought that it was gonna be time, and then it just kind of carried on.
It dragged on for a while.
Yeah, it dragged on for a while, and the idea that when he's making me feel like he was waiting for somebody to be there, all right, that wasn't there until the end, all right. Now I don't know if it was it's a male, I believe. Pretty sure. Okay. So, but there were some things said or understood later on that were good. It was a good thing. Like they met. Meeting of the minds a little bit. Okay. You might think of it after, but this is what he's bringing to me. But he's just very like grateful for always being held as he wasn't being treated like somebody who you didn't kick him to the side. Like I don't know why you would think that. You know why he would bring it to me like
He didn't want to be a burden.
right. I think that's what it is. He didn't want to be a burden, and he never made him feel that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
And would you understand checkers? Or a game like that, something like that? If you don't, that's okay.
I don't know.
He makes me feel, he's showing me a checkerboard. So whatever that
I'm
means.
pretty, yeah, I mean, I can't pick it up, but it doesn't sound wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, you can validate that after, but yeah, tuck it away. Okay. Because he made me say it. They're really good at that. If I go to say, if I won't, and then they keep pushing and pushing until you do, so.
Was he really good with his hands?
Yeah.
Did he think he was really good with his hands?
Honestly, he was really quiet.
Okay. Yeah, he kind of stepped back and let everybody else do the stuff, right?
Yeah.
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 He kind of blended in a bit.
Mm.
Like, if there was a lot of things going on, he would just be doing his thing. So, yeah, exactly. With his room. Right, exactly. And he had a thing. Did he have a pocket for it? Yeah. Show me the pocket.
My mom got it for him. I
Okay,
think.
yeah. And it held things, right?
Yeah.
You showed me that. I was so excited about that when
He
you got
was.
it. It was really easy to buy for him. Yeah.
The remote and TV guide holder?
It was really easy to buy for him, right? And he had these certain
Very
shows he
simple.
watched and all of that stuff. And I don't know, he's showing me bacon, so I'm not sure what that's about, but,
He loved breakfast.
okay, so then, and he would eat breakfast for dinner if he could, right?
Yeah, he went to the same breakfast place like
Yep.
every day.
And he met people there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He became really close friends.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
yeah. He just strikes me as, he's just a very soft,
Very soft.
loving
Very,
energy.
very soft, yeah.
Okay, and he just really wanted to come through to say thank you for really putting your life aside and taking care of him the way you did. And please, if you can pass on to your mom.
Yeah.
He's just very grateful. And he's good, by the way, he's good. He's really good where he is. And I feel like he was greeted by a female there. Okay, so he's telling me he was greeted by, I don't know, it could be his mom, I think it could be his mom.
She died after him.
Okay, then he was greeted by a female.
Yeah. Probably my grandmother.
Okay, because it was somebody older than him.
Grandmother.
Okay,
Yeah.
but, yeah, so I would just, yeah.
He's talking about the artistic person, so I don't know who's artistic. That's you, because you're very talented. And Sue's acknowledging your talent, because I feel like you still draw, I don't know what it is, but artistic, and he wants to acknowledge that he's still seeing what you're creating, right? And that's
You're not
important.
creating as much as you did though. Right, he's kinda doing like a,
Like,
here,
Come on.
you're really good at it, so
Mhm.
you should continue
start
with
creating
it.
more.
Yeah.
Because he's saying it's now.
It'll help, right, it'll help release things and get it out,
Mhm.
so creation is a wonderful thing, so. He's giving you
Yeah.
beautiful things. And there's something with stained glass, so, I don't know if you've ever thought about that or something, but, he's giving you stained glass. I don't know what that means, but I'm giving it to you. So think about that, it could be anything, it doesn't mean that you have to make stained glass,
yeah.
but he wants me to acknowledge that for you. Alright.
I've seen one of those dipping pens.
Yep, I saw the
Weird.
pen. But there's also a bouquet of flowers, and I feel like they're red, and I don't know where that fits in. but I'm gonna give you a red bouquet of flowers. He feels like there's a lot of symbolism with him, you know what I mean? So the red I think is meaningful, the flowers are meaningful, like.
She comes through with like,
She's intense.
yeah, she was.
Yeah, but she saw a lot.
Yeah, she did.
She grew up a lot, she saw a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's how she got through it.
Yeah,
She had her walls and her berries and they were for a good reason, I feel like.
And you guys always welcomed her in, anyway. You know what I mean? But it was well
But
hard there.
someone always made sure when she came, there was one thing that she liked, and you tried to make sure it was there so that she wouldn't complain, that's what she's telling me.
What's
She makes me feel like there was one thing that she had to have different from everybody else or something that normally you wouldn't necessarily make or buy or whatever, but you did when she was coming. So tuck that.
She was opinionated, right? Yeah, she, and then she brings through, like, she always felt like she had to prove herself. Okay. The thing was that she didn't have to. Right, she's aware of that now. But she,
Well, she was living in a man's world.
but yeah, that's probably why. But, she didn't really stop and smell roses a lot. She didn't do that. And she did feel like she cut herself off a bit. And she made herself a little bit more abrupt than she needed to be. So she's kind of claiming that now.
Yeah, and just show me an umbrella. I don't know.
Like a kid's one?
I don't know, it's an
Do you
umbrella.
remember those kids' ones that were clear and they'd come down like this?
It's just an umbrella.
I'm just saying, that's what I
My umbrella, sure.
I was seeing.
She's just showing me an umbrella, so I feel like you're supposed to take that too. Somebody said, I wish I would write them down for you.
I know, right?
I know, feel free to write anything if you want to, because, sometimes it helps later when you're validating.
It's okay, they're recorded.
Oh, yeah. He'll make you all a copy.
It's like, oh, okay.
Oh, I don't know.
Exactly.
Gosh, okay.
Let's see.
Yeah.
There you go.
Gosh, let me see, I'm standing over here, and there's still a lot of people here, so, I do have a man coming in, and he kind of salutes, so I feel like I have another military connection, right? And he's kind of saluting the room, so he would do that, like, he would walk in, so I don't know if he was active in the military most of his life, or, just, he makes me feel like this was always a presence about him. So he actually came in from
It's funny.
over here. Did you feel him walk? He just
That's why I was
just
like,
walked in.
That's so funny.
Just came, he just showed up. Yeah, just got here.
I'm sorry I'm late.
Yeah, he's about 6 feet tall, so he's not a short guy. He's a tall man. He's not heavy. He's
white.
Like a white suit. Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
I just feel like he does the traditional, puts the hat under his, arm.
How old?
You know what? He's coming in. I don't think as old as when he passed.
I agree.
So he's showing me probably more around 40, like his age, but I think he was older when he passed. Let's see.
And I'm also feeling there's a connection to, I almost want to say Korea.
Yeah, because he has another set of uniform, and he doesn't always wear white, obviously.
Right. Yep.
Those are his dress uniform. He's not always in white. I feel like he's in like a khaki or a tan, kind of
Yeah,
like
and I feel like he did
tannish.
technical stuff.
Yeah, he's got a thing here.
Does any of this make sense to anybody?
All right, hold on.
The facts man, just the facts. That's what I'm getting from him. The facts man, just
The facts man?
The facts man, just the facts.
You just okay. All right.
No, I feel like that's something that was his personality.
Right. Just get to it,
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of thing. Well, then be clear with me. No, it's all good. It's all good. Okay. I feel like there's a son. He has a son. He definitely has a son here, or he has a son, even if it's not here. Okay. Let's see. Rigid. He's a little rigid. That's just the way he is, right? Not always. I mean, he's present in life, but he's a little vacant at the same time, if I could put it that way. So he's in the home, but he's not always in the home, right? Because he's always got a lot going on.
Not the best social skills.
Right, because he was used to giving
Right.
orders.
Right.
Right? Does that make sense to anybody?
George?
It's gonna be my dad.
Okay. And that's why he walks in.
Yeah,
like he
totally,
owns the place.
right, exactly.
That's why he walks in like he owns the place.
It's funny, yeah,
Okay.
walks right into the kitchen, that's great.
Right, yeah, right from, yeah, he was. Alright, he had stuff to do.
But he's showing me with maybe it's you on his lap, but there's somebody on his knee, and he's reading something. He wasn't comfortable doing it. This was, I think that, I don't know that it was a one-time, whatever, but he's like, you know, like a little.
Like, right, he didn't do the hug
He didn't know how to
thing,
do
you know,
it.
he doesn't know how to do the hug
Yeah, he
thing.
didn't know how to do it.
Right, so you kind of feel like
Yeah,
if you're gonna do
it wasn't even that, I'm not even getting that, like, you knew how he felt, like, you know how I feel,
Right.
type of thing, but it didn't need to be said, right?
Right.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
He didn't hug, he wasn't a hugger?
No, he never said I love you, it wasn't any of that stuff, it was like, you know how I feel.
You know what it was? When you didn't get a response, you knew you were doing a good job. When you got a response, then you knew, well, another story, right? Like that kind of a personality. You know, it was more just expected that you would.
He was talking about a handful too. Were you a handful? Oh yeah! Talking about a handful.
Handful.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sneaking out. Did you sneak out?
No.
Who snuck out? Somebody snuck out. Right, talking about sneaking out.
Nice. No, I'm getting cars. It was something with cars. Not the cars you have now. I'm going back. Younger cars. Something around cars.
My mother worked at an auto parts store.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
See, you see cars, I see car accident.
You see a car accident?
I see
don't
car
see
accident.
that. I just see foolishness.
My
around
brother would have died in a
cars.
car accident.
Okay.
Your brother did?
Alright. He's showing me car accident. Yeah.
Okay.
But I didn't feel like it was his death. You know? Alright.
It's, but I'm hearing foolishness,
Mm.
so I don't know what that
Oh.
means.
He had high standards, huh?
Mhm.
Mm.
Tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But was he kind of removed from, like, I feel like he was a little removed within himself. Does that make sense? I don't really know any other way to explain it.
He's military.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
it.
wow.
That's the best way I can
Yeah.
tell you. It's
Yeah.
like, that's who he is. He's giving orders.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna follow him. And
If you all did what I wanted you to do, we'd be fine. Right?
Right. And he liked things a certain way, and that's it. That's
Yeah.
just how he was.
Yeah.
No bells and whistles.
No. But I am getting it's funny, I'm getting pride, but like, not that he would ever give it, type of thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's against how he was.
No, it's
to
kind
give
of
it.
like, well, you turned out okay.
Yeah, right. You did pretty good. like that
Like
kind of thing.
a thing, you know?
And like that's the most you would have gotten anyway.
Mhm.
But but he's giving that to you. So
Right.
yeah.
Although he's showing me his hand, so I feel like, okay, did he pass of an illness?
No.
Because he keeps showing me his hand, and it's an old man's hand, so I don't know how old this man is, or how old he was when he passed, but he keeps showing me his hand, and I feel like, gosh, I feel like I want to reach out, but I'm not. So were you close to your grandfather?
He died when I was 3,
Mm.
or 2.5.
Ugh. I have an old man's hand.
With like age spots and stuff.
Yeah.
Now I'm seeing the old.
And he keeps reaching out because I feel like there's something there. Like I found something before I passed. I feel like I'm in a good place before I pass, but I'm sick. I feel like I'm sick though. I feel like I go through an illness.
It's not the same person.
Okay.
No, it's not the same person.
Alright.
Mm-mm.
So he's not staying long?
No.
Sorry.
He's done.
He's in and out, in and
Right.
out. Like, right, he comes in,
Normal.
says I'm here,
Yeah.
and I'm gone. Interesting thing though, even though, like this was the relationship, he makes me feel like you did honor him, or you do honor him. You don't quite let it get to you the way that it would have gotten to most people. Do you understand that? Like, I feel like there's something that you have. Do you have something of his? Yes?
Tons of stuff.
Alright, hold on.
Okay, while you're thinking of that, let me just say something.
Okay.
This is gonna sound weird. Alright, well, first I'll ask, did he cook? Because he's showing me as if he's wearing an apron, which doesn't make any sense to me knowing who he is.
She cooked that on the gas grill every Wednesday.
Okay.
Every,
Alright.
oh, every
Yeah.
day.
Every Wednesday.
Only on Wednesdays. He had a routine on Wednesdays, right, okay. But he showed me a box, do you have a box of his with certain things in it?
It's wood.
Yeah. It's a wooden box with certain things in it, or it feels like it's wood, which would be my symbol for that the things in it are meaningful.
Mm.
So I feel like it's something that he's showing me. So even if I don't feel like he's proud of me, I'm still proud of him, kind of thing. So I feel like you still honored him.
I feel like there are military things in there.
Yeah, like little things in there.
Or-
Was he a decorated military guy?
Mhm.
Okay.
Because I'm seeing the
Yeah, you get.
the medals, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing in there. Okay.
Tons.
Yeah.
Tons, right?
Which is funny because he's, he's relating to you, but he's kind of relating back to himself. You know what I mean? Like, this is what you have of
Yeah.
mine. Like, this is what I did, That's,
Right,
yeah.
right.
I see where I get to.
Does that make sense to you though?
Yeah,
Okay. Do you have those things?
yeah, I have this, yeah, this.
Oh, okay, good, all right, good, okay. And it's like he keeps bordering on wanting to tell you things, but he pulls back, he's really just not good at it, but he hopes you understand it, I think is the key,
He's not good at
right? He's not good at it. Is there a picture of him, like a painting of him, or a picture of him with his name on it?
Picture of him.
The picture?
Does it have his name on it?
I have a clock with his name on it.
Okay.
Does the clock have a picture of him?
No. The important thing is the name.
Alright.
He showed me the name is on something. I don't know what that means, but it's kind of, is that weird?
I drew a picture of him and like everyone had to draw a picture of their parents.
Yeah.
And
And you put his name on it,
then
okay.
I put Mr. Blaisdell.
Oh, okay. Because he's telling me it's kind of weird. Like, I don't know what that means, but yeah. Okay. All right, fine,
And
fine.
then, did he have a certain ring? Did he turn a ring on his hand? I'm seeing like a gold with almost a square with a stone in it.
Yeah, he had a ring.
Okay.
I don't know.
Just turn his ring.
Yes,
Okay.
that's something, like a big, like a bulky ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
so he just keeps showing me doing this.
He used burial with it.
Okay.
Okay, all right. And I keep getting, so you have a brother, yes, or you don't have a brother? You do have a
No, he's
brother?
dead,
Your brother's passed. Did you like physically fight with him?
but no,
Were
he
there
was never
physically-
born. He died.
Oh.
My mother got rear-ended and she had a miscarriage.
That was the accident?
That was the accident.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Well, I keep seeing you fighting though. Who are you fighting?
I don't know.
Like brawl fighting? Like brawl fighting?
Like I'm raising the roof, like fighting. It's like physical stuff. All right, never mind.
Maybe you don't remember.
But now,
Half brother? Half brother? Or someone picking fights with you? I keep feeling like something.
Oh, yeah.
I always wanted to make you stronger, tougher, that kind of thing. Does that make sense?
yeah, it's in his book.
Like, I'm stronger, I'm tougher, toughen up, like that
He
kind of
was a
thing.
bully.
Do you know what I mean? Maybe not. Alright. You can't let it go, though.
No, I was pretty mean in high school.
You were mean?
You didn't mess with me.
So you did
Because
something?
I'd taunt you for the rest of your life. No, no one fought with me because I was strong.
It's all under someone's butt.
I was bullied as a kid and I turned
Okay.
very strong.
Alright,
And
alright.
so I bullied the bullies
That's what
for the rest of their.
Right.
Okay,
Because he was
thank
proud
you,
of
I
that.
can't read, alright,
proud of
thank
that.
you.
That was good.
Because
Wow, exactly.
yeah, alright, that's fine, because I'm like, I want you to be stronger and be tougher, and that's what he's telling me.
There was a kid, there was a bully, I remember carrying around a tennis ball, I'd see him in the hallway, I'd whip the tennis ball at his head.
And no one
Every
ever
time I saw him.
but they didn't do anything to you because they knew you were.
No, because
Right,
I-
because they knew you were.
I beat the shit out of
Yes,
him.
exactly.
Okay, okay.
So even your teacher.
So I showed the bullies were cowards.
But something
That was my
about
goal in life.
But even something about the staff didn't do anything to you because they knew what you were about.
Yes, yeah, no, I never
Like,
got in trouble.
Exactly, they knew what you
I
were
never
about.
got detention or anything like that.
You had a free pass.
Yeah.
Thank you. I can only picture it.
I know, right?
Right? I know, but that was him, like that was his personality. No, you just get tougher and stronger and you deal with it yourself. That's what
Always
it
carried a
makes me
tennis
feel
ball.
like.
And I'd whip it at the
And
back
you
of the
whip
head.
You could aim.
As hard as
So
I
if you
could.
ever get hit, leave it. You know, look for the ball.
And I go like this.
Right? And you go, you
underwear
salute?
thrown
That's salute him, like it was me.
Okay.
Yeah, they turn around.
So, because he walked in and they saluted. Yeah.
Yeah.
So your father walked in and saluted you.
Oh.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, okay, all right. And
But
the
that's what I would
military,
do.
whatever.
I'd look at him
And that came from him?
And you're saying why? Right.
Very interesting.
We're getting to know him more.
We keep, yeah, learning more and more.
Yeah.
And now we understand who you live with, right? Oh, so hats off in the corner.
Sainthood.
Sainthood, you burned your wings over there.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
She's very lucky.
Yeah, absolutely, right, great people, I get it, that's funny, okay. All right, well, Dad, you know, it's kind of interesting, because he wouldn't say it, but he is proud of you, because you can feel it more than he's not gonna let you hear it, but you can feel it, you know what I mean? So, I kinda, and I kinda feel like you ask once in a while, or you reach out to him once in a while, I don't know if you're aware of that.
I was always around.
Yeah, he wants you to know he hears you.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So he's kind of like right there. You know, it's kind of important that you know that. I feel like.
I'm being brought to the city for some reason. I don't know if it's New York City or Jersey. I keep hearing Jersey too. That's funny. So, and I'm getting almost like a 3-story. What are they called? Like you know more like some.
Like a tenement?
Like a tenement, like the family lived in it, but it like different floors, right? And I'm being brought back there, and I'm with. It's funny, it's like the whole family there. So it's like the grandmother lived on one floor, and and it wasn't the kid. It was another generation down lived on this floor, or whatever like that. But I'm seeing because I keep being shown a child, but the child is someone who's living. I'm gonna try and explain this. I'm sorry. Because I know, right? Because the person who's being brought through, or the person who's coming through, is the gentleman who lived there with his wife, and the grandmother was upstairs. Huh. So these couple had a son. All right. Yeah, follow me here. But it's they want to bring to this. It's very important that the person would understand the tenement style of living in the city. Okay. So, and I feel like there's heritage here. I want to go
Like
Italian or like another culture,
Another
right?
culture.
Like these are
Okay.
either people that are first generation here or immigrated, like the grandparent.
Lived in a tenement.
Yeah,
Different nationality.
different nationality.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the grandmother.
and the grandmother's giving me
family.
faith. I'm getting faith from her. Like
So
I'm getting
Italians, yeah, definitely.
okay. So I'm getting a strong.
Like rosary beads.
Yeah.
Church.
Yeah.
Yes, black.
And they
Walks
yelled a
walks
lot.
on
They
the
yelled a
sidewalk.
lot.
She
Yeah.
walks on the sidewalk a lot. She goes to everywhere on the sidewalk. I don't think she had her license.
I don't know, but she yelled. They all yelled
She
a lot.
walked on the sidewalk a lot.
Because I feel like it was one of those families that like the loudest person wins. Like whoever was the loudest, that's who they heard.
Right.
You know, and it wasn't because you were fighting. It's just they just yelled loud. I mean, some of it was, but
You didn't grow up Italian, did you?
me.
That's how they talk.
Okay.
That is how they
I don't know my
talk.
Italian side of my family, which is funny. Yeah.
Yeah. That could be, that's just talking.
Okay. Okay. Does anybody understand the tenement? Because I'm being shown the tenement with culture.
You.
Me?
You?
No, not me.
Yeah, you.
You.
No, you.
Can I just,
Maria.
I'm not fighting for this.
You're the popular one.
No. I mean, my family Italian and they lived together, not in the city though, but the town they grew up in.
Okay.
And they had 2 and 3 family homes and then moved into a big home. So
Okay.
I don't know if that makes sense, but.
It does.
Is there a grandmother involved in
Oh,
that?
definitely.
Okay.
And when you say walking and faith and rosary beads,
Yeah, walking, faith, rosary beads up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
and she
Is there a
walked
time-
everywhere in town. She
Yeah,
was
she's
there-
five.
walking.
Is there still a tie, or was there a tie at that time to family in Italy
Absolutely.
with olives? olive trees on the property. This is what I'm being shown.
I'm sure, I can't.
Because this was
think-
important, I mean, she's,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. She's
But
specifically
there's
showing
ties
that.
with
Olive trees
Olive
in
trees.
Italy.
Italy,
Okay.
for sure.
All right,
Yes.
and, oh wait.
And she
does this have
blesses
something-
everything. She's always blessing
Does this have
everything.
something to do with the genealogy?
Probably.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Look at
yeah,
look at the olive trees.
Yeah, look at the olive tree.
The olive branch, kind of like.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
The olive branch. Yeah, it's usually.
That's the logo.
Of what?
Isn't Ancestry.com, isn't there an olive branch logo?
Yes, that's the
Oh, there you
logo.
go. All right.
Yes.
Yeah,
There's your
that's
message,
the
right?
logo,
Yeah.
right, so it's all connected there,
Yeah.
yeah. But
Yeah.
she's interesting, she blesses everything.
She went to church every day.
Yeah,
If this is, yeah. she-
right, and anything, any problem, she was blessing everything.
Yes,
Yeah.
she did.
She'd
She was
go
at
to
this-
sit down and eat, take a bite of a sandwich, she's blessing. Everything.
You had to make sure you did the right thing.
Yeah.
Right? When you, and, yeah. There's some interesting stories in the family.
Yes.
Yes. And I,
Yes.
That's what we're gonna say. There's some interesting stories in that family.
Is this the other grandmother?
I believe you brought my, I'm gonna just say it, my naughty Stella,
Mhm.
and I could sense that her mom was coming through. Now you have her mom Maria.
Oh, okay.
who I'm
this
named
is
after.
Maria.
This is Maria.
Oh,
For sure now.
She's been
All
opposite.
right.
She's been out.
Right, she's coming in.
She's coming in
Oh,
now.
Italians don't
So
sit
the
back
other
for
one
very long.
lived. The other one lived in the tenement with.
Yeah,
She
so
was
they-
there. Okay.
Yeah, so they all lived together and then they moved, I remember, from one like 2 or 3
Yeah.
family home to a home.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny. Good.
Yes.
That was, all
We
right.
walked it.
Yeah.
A better life, right? Like a whole. Like it
Oh,
was
yeah.
a- yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yes. Yes, but she is a trip, man.
She is.
She is, right?
She's strong.
And yeah, she's strong, and her eyeballs, like literally bulging out of her head if you do something you're not
She
supposed
keeps
to do.
telling me the fear of God.
Yeah, it's like put the fear of
The
God.
fear of
right,
God,
the
right?
fear of God.
Yeah.
and
The fear of God.
It's like
And
the
then-
hex.
Yeah, it's probably
Yeah.
strict, yeah.
Yeah.
She showed me a
strict,
wooden
yeah.
spoon. So, okay. So you said you know what that.
I don't think she would hit you. I think she.
No, but they would show it.
Yeah.
Yes.
They would show it exactly.
Just
Okay.
wave it around a little bit.
Look, I remember
She's
that
true.
now, they would talk about the wooden spoon.
Yeah.
Are we
Yeah.
related, Maria?
I know.
Because you might be you too, I mean.
No,
No.
they live down the street now.
Like I said, I don't wanna take from it.
No,
No, that's so
So my
funny.
grandfather had an olive farm.
Oh,
in Italy.
interesting.
Oh.
In Italy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe you guys are.
I know, right?
And you don't even know
Talk
it.
afterwards.
I got whacked with the spoon a lot.
Oh,
They were oak.
And you would
It is an
scatter.
Italian
You would
thing.
scatter.
Oh
Right?
yeah, like
Everybody
rats.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Had
But first you'd freeze, and then you'd run.
You try to figure who they're gonna go after.
Right,
Right,
which
right,
way are they gonna
right,
be? If I don't
Then
move, they won't
you'd
see
separate.
me. Yeah.
Right? You separate.
Yeah.
But you never thought to run outside.
No, you couldn't.
That was a thing.
You get killed for that.
No, yeah. Right, because if the neighbors know,
Yeah.
Oh,
if
yeah.
the neighbors know what's going on in these
Can't do
walls,
that.
you're
Right,
dead.
right.
That's right.
Yeah,
You stay in the house and take your beating.
Was the Bible always out? Like I'm seeing it on
We're
like
not
the
that
side
old,
table.
so-
We were.
You know what,
My
I don't-
grandmother was.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
I
right.
don't see
Yeah.
the Bible so much as like the little cards.
Maria.
They have a card
Yeah.
for this and a card for that.
No, I
and
feel
on
like
the
this was
mirror,
out
and
just
this
because
is
it
on
was
the
like a
mirror,
reminder.
This is on the mirror. Like all tacked up like on the mirror. Like,
My great grandmother went to church every day.
yeah,
She went to church religiously every day, no pun intended,
Mhm.
but she
Yeah.
did.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
she did.
But did she sort of prejudice against something in the church? Because she's bringing through like huge, like it wasn't all. I don't even know how to say it. She had some kind of a twisted.
There was
Way
a
to
woman.
look at-
There was a woman though too in the church.
She would go because she was Catholic
Yeah, she had
Italian, but she believed in this.
Okay.
And you know that wasn't,
And she had a higher understanding. She was like,
yes,
that's so wrong. Yeah.
yes.
She had a real issue with it.
She would say, I talked to the saints.
Right.
She had premonitions,
Yeah.
everything.
And she did talk to the angels a lot.
Oh,
That's what
yeah.
she with them. And she had, yeah, because she had a problem with there being a person heading the church. Something about that.
I bet she did. I mean, I don't know for sure,
Alright,
but
yeah.
I'm sure she
I
did.
mean, yeah, religion aside, but yeah, she had,
Yeah.
there was something, her way, she had an understanding of things and she had a real problem with the way it was laid out.
Yeah.
Okay,
I bet she did.
that's definitely her. That's interesting.
Yes, and she also had a problem with a woman, but.
She did.
She did. Yeah, there was a woman in the church that she had a problem with as well. Yeah.
She spoke her mind too, though.
Yeah, she did.
She did.
She had no problem with that.
Yeah,
She did.
people were like, oh. Right? It's like, oh,
That's
what are you
okay.
doing? Yeah.
Yeah, we got that DNA.
Yeah, right?
That's right, you do.
Something about, did you take a DNA test, or were you thinking about taking a DNA test?
I did.
Okay, because she's talking
good.
about that as well.
I
You brought
took
up DNA, she's
it.
like,
I
oh,
was
test.
just talking about it with a few ladies here tonight.
Okay, alright.
Did you get the results?
I did.
Oh,
Okay.
see, now you'll know.
That's right, yeah.
Yep.
You gotta take a DNA.
Now you'll know.
I did.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. Nice.
Cool.
That is pretty cool. Did it all check out okay?
Yeah, we had one surprise.
Right, always one surprise. They get us every time. Oh, gosh, funny.
I'm glad I was able to sort them out.
Oh,
No, they all came through together.
It's a big family.
It is a
too,
big
yeah.
family.
Well, yeah.
And they
Live
stuck together.
fast together. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
cookies.
Absolutely. Yes, the butter cookies.
Yeah.
Something with the butter cookies or something like that.
Probably the pizzelles, because they look like.
Do they have powder on them?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
She'd sprinkle powder
Okay.
on them.
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah, she did. That's so true.
Just the plain ones.
No, she got the powdered ones.
No, she did powdered ones.
She did powdered ones.
Way nicer.
You get them all over too.
Very
Right?
nice.
Just get them over.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Interesting lady.
She is.
She is definitely an interesting lady. I know. Oh.
I know. It's really good.
You got anybody?
I have a gentleman, another gentleman. I don't know, men. I don't know. Keep flocking around here somewhere, so there's a lot of men on the other side, I guess, in this group. Although I feel like I'm over here, maybe. I have a gentleman. I feel like I'm over here somewhere. I'm sorry if I don't look at you. It's just because I'm looking at something else.
Like people walking through the kitchen.
Yeah, people walking from the kitchen. Okay, so I feel like I have a guy over here. I'm almost feeling like either, I don't know if he worked in like concrete or drywall or something like that. Does that make any sense to you? Like, I don't know if he was like, I keep hearing like a French or Frenchman or like a Frenchman, a small Frenchman. Does that make any sense to anybody?
Possibly.
Possibly? Okay,
Yeah.
all right,
You see concrete? Do you see the rebar in the concrete?
I don't know, I just kind of feel like that, cause he's in clothes that he would have worked on stuff like that, or worked outside, or on construction or something. I mean, he's in like the painter clothes, or the.
Short, small.
Yeah, and like the pants that.
Sounds like my father, my mother's deceased, but my father,
Your father-in-law?
Yeah.
Okay.
ex now.
Your ex-father-in-law?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright,
Did you say shorts?
Hmm?
Did you say shorts?
No,
No,
I was
he
gonna
always
say,
wore, he
say
always
shorts.
wore Dickies.
yeah,
And
like the
boots.
ones with the,
Yeah.
the
If
the
you-
pocket
pockets.
thing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like carpenter pants, right? Yeah, that's kind of what I'm sensing over here. Somewhere.
I'm not sure I wanna know what he has to say.
I know, ex-father-in-law.
We got divorced.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Oh, but he
it's
sees it.
after. Alright. Okay, alright.
Get along fine with it.
Yeah, I'm not getting ill will.
No.
I don't
No.
feel like there's any ill will. I feel like he comes in a pre.
If that's him.
Yeah, well, whoever I have, I don't feel ill will. So, and I feel like I'm over here.
You were really respectful to him.
I was, yeah.
Like always, no matter what. That was the thing.
Yeah. And he knows who his daughter is.
My mom was
He raised her. He knows who she is. Yeah, there's no secrets. There,
good.
right?
Never told me.
Yeah. He's kind of like, right?
Yeah, he would have paid you.
You kinda did.
Oh, he did? He came with the dowry
In the
there?
end,
Oh, okay, alright, yeah.
wasn't worth it.
Could you make some project on him?
Get that on.
Yeah.
We built 2 houses.
Okay, yeah, because he's giving you props for being able to do that. You really jumped into some projects that you had no idea how to do in the beginning. You learned some
I
stuff,
always
right?
do that, yeah.
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 Figure them out.
Jump
Yeah,
first and
exactly.
figure it out later.
Yeah.
They can always count on you.
See, that's how you marry
That's
her.
right.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yes.
married her, jumped first and figured it out later.
Because what he's, yeah, because the idea that you couldn't count, there's a lot of people you couldn't count, right?
That's true.
And the fact that you weren't you know, part of the immediate family, but you counted on more.
Yeah.
One at a time is just
I put one in.
Yeah, recently or not too long
No,
ago?
it's 20 years ago.
Yours though,
Yeah.
yours? Okay, was he involved in it?
I don't think so.
He keeps showing me a swimming pool.
He may have been, but I don't, he didn't do anything with the pool, I contracted, but, no. I'm trying to figure out when he passed away versus the pool.
Yeah, he keeps showing me the swimming pool, that's what I'm getting with that, and,
I'm strong. First science.
strong.
You know, pretty strong, right?
Get up every morning and have a glass of wild turkey.
I was gonna, he
Oh,
just
wow.
was saying he drank too much, like he's got like a red face. He's drinking way too much, like he did.
Oh.
He did, he drank too much. I tell him that was his own issue, like he created a lot of his own illnesses, do you know what I mean? And was there a scratchy voice with him or something, cause I'm feeling very
Yeah, his whole family,
scratchy,
yeah.
yeah,
That's
okay,
him.
okay. And I kinda wanna say, I keep getting like a, something with his head or something on his head or something.
He always wore a hat, it was like bald as could be, but
Okay,
he always wore a hat,
okay,
always.
alright.
He had over 1,000 baseball hats.
1,000 hats, okay.
He's showing me forms, like
Filling out
documents.
forms
Was there
and
something with a will or
We
was there
bought a
something
house
with?
together.
Okay, all right,
It
because he's
didn't
showing me
go so well,
documents.
but then-
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't buy real estate.
Wasn't a real good deal, huh?
No,
No,
Yeah.
no,
no.
that didn't go real.
Saying something about it being a pit?
It wasn't it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was, yeah, not a good idea.
Yeah. But he does like you, very much, right?
That's good.
Yes,
I was like him, it was fun.
Yeah.
We got along great.
yeah, totally go
He
on.
taught me a lot, and we worked together on things.
Yeah, yeah, because it kind of makes me feel like family isn't always just blood.
Right, exactly.
Family goes a little bit
I'm glad I
further.
think he felt that.
Yeah.
That's the way I felt with him.
Yeah, yeah, there's a connection.
And it's
there,
funny
for
that
sure.
he knew who his owner was.
Yeah,
Yeah, you do.
yeah, yeah. Do you have a son?
Yeah, two.
Because I'm acknowledging one of the boys for some reason. Is there a name issue or is there a, oh, he's talking
I'm estranged
about-
from the two sons to the divorce,
Okay.
so
He's talking about one of the boys though and a name. So I don't know what that
Craig,
means.
Evan, and George.
Would a go-kart make sense?
No,
Okay, because I'm getting something with one of the boys with go-kart.
one of his sons had a race car.
Oh, okay, all right, well, I'll go with that then. Yeah, then, I think that's the specific one he's talking about.
The one with the race car?
Yeah, because when I asked which one, he showed me like a dual
Okay.
buggy racy thing. I don't
Okay.
know anything about that stuff, so.
I feel like he's working on that for you.
Yeah.
I don't have any issue with that.
Mhm.
But if he's working with his
He
son,
does.
the two sons are deceased,
Mm.
so.
His
my-
son?
My ex's brothers, yeah.
Mm.
No, yours, you have sons though.
Yeah, they're not deceased.
Right,
No,
right.
no.
Yeah,
No, the son's here.
okay, right.
Right, I feel like he's working with that. Do you understand
Oh,
that?
yeah, I do,
Yeah.
that would be, that's good.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah, I
he's
think so
working
too.
with that,
All right,
right?
thank you.
Like,
Hand
and I
in
feel
hand.
like that's why he's coming in, because
Put it on your mind.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
yeah, like there's a lot going on, a lot in the family, and
My youngest's birthday was the other day.
Mhm.
Since the divorce, just they took my ex's side. And I
yeah,
haven't seen my grandson in 4 years.
Yeah, they've been thinking about it.
yeah.
They like
definitely.
literally, they've had conversations about it,
Oh, good,
okay?
thank you.
Yes, and he's trying to help on the other side.
Yeah, he
That's
is.
what I feel like, and that's his point of coming in.
No.
Because I feel like their
he
minds have
looks-
changed a lot.
Well, I think people are getting older, and they're realizing
Yeah.
that, you know, things may not be as they always thought they were.
Right.
Do you know what I
I
mean?
do, yes.
So it's just a matter of time, it's kind of what he's making me feel like.
Mhm.
So just, you know, as long as the door's open,
Yeah.
and you reach out when you can.
Right.
Even if they shut it again,
Yeah.
he just keeps saying, reach, you know,
Right. Because I
constantly
don't think
reach
they
out.
are. I don't think they will.
Yeah, I think you'd be surprised
Mhm.
at what's gonna happen.
He's making a big deal about it.
Yeah, yeah. And I keep hearing something around April, so I don't know what that means, but I keep hearing April. So something for you in April, significant, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And Was there a heart condition?
He had a massive coronary after he had his drink. Felt-
After his drink, he
he
had a
died
heart
right there.
condition? Okay. And does does your ex have heart issues?
She didn't, I can hope.
Is that
Honesty.
I'm kidding.
Only because he showed me, I felt like it was his daughter, and he showed me a heart issue.
You're like, oh, that's
She's never had that.
So I feel like, there might be something, and
I don't wish anyone would.
No, I don't see it
She
passing.
never had a heart issue.
No, I don't see it passing or anything like that. But what he's telling me is she's very similar to him. So, yeah, physically, I don't know.
All right.
physically.
Yeah, I don't know if there's, if she drinks, I don't
She's a
know if
bundler.
there's, heart issues there or whatever, but I feel like there's something there.
My ex?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's an angry person.
Yeah, like this is what's causing it, he's like,
Yeah.
The whole world is against her.
yeah, she's a victim.
Yeah, everywhere
Right, so
she
that's what
goes.
he said, she's a victim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but the world's gonna change a little bit.
For you,
For the
yeah.
better. And no one's dying or anything.
No.
Well, that's,
Sorry.
Because I feel like the boys, didn't get that. Okay, the boys didn't get that whole, and they actually, what I'm being shown is they're kind of like, ugh. As they got older, it's kind of like,
well, the things that she did and said, and it's just,
Mhm.
right.
They're figuring it out.
Yeah,
Good
they
luck,
are.
good luck to her.
Yeah.
they're figuring it out, and they're being given some of the truth, I believe,
Sure.
not by her.
Yes, yeah. Because I do keep hearing grandfather. So, and I do see you holding a baby.
Right.
So I don't know how this baby comes. I don't know if it's their baby, if it's another baby, and you're like a surrogate grandfather or whatever. But
Is
there's
there-
a baby and I hear grandfather, so I know that comes to you.
Is there somebody who's 4? Who's 4? I'm being given a 4-year-old.
Be one of your nephews.
Yeah, my great nephew,
Yeah, Benny's 4.
Dennis
Yeah.
Ford,
I'm not sure why I'm being given
But I
that, but.
keep hearing this like a.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I've got
Not,
that in my mind.
not directly with me.
Okay.
Or my
Yeah.
family, no.
Okay, I'm not a doubt in my mind that you're gonna reunite with them, not a doubt in my mind.
That's one.
Mhm.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I like that stuff, that's good.
That's the biggest loss of the whole thing is
Yes.
my grandson.
Absolutely.
Yeah, oh, absolutely, yeah, but I don't see that.
Especially the sons, but the grandson. It's
Mhm.
Grandson.
just missing those years as they grow.
Yeah.
It's just terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm hearing it, so,
Thank you.
and one of the, you know what too, I feel like it's, honestly, I feel like it's one of the wives. I feel like there's a wife that,
My oldest got married not that long ago.
Yeah, a year or so ago.
Yeah, the idea
I
of,
feel like
hey, what about
it's,
your dad?
it's a
Maybe you
wife
should.
that
Yeah.
opens the door.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like it's more a wife that opens the door than the.
I could see that. I actually had, I wasn't invited to the wedding.
Mhm.
So I introduced myself to her at a mutual,
Mhm.
another wedding.
Yeah, because I'm seeing a chance meeting too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
so
That's-
it's a wife, it's
Okay.
a wife that makes it all kind of
Interesting.
put it together.
She seems very nice.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, she is, and she believes in family, so.
Yes, she does,
Yeah,
exactly.
actually, I know she does. It's good.
Yeah,
Very cool.
yeah, very cool. Your turn.
Okay, let me see.
It's just the bringing them in part.
No, I know. Well, you know what's funny? I've had this person. It's a male energy that I'm getting passed in a vehicular accident. I believe. I don't know if it was motorcycle or car, but it was. I think there was some question about if they were drunk driving or if they fell asleep or there was something like that. But they were kind of like not there at beforehand, and I can't tell if they had fallen asleep or if they were drunk. I think they might have had a few and then fallen asleep. Anyway, this person comes through and, let me see. Things were, it's like things were going pretty good for him. I'm getting he worked with his hands a lot. I'm getting that he kind of jumped from job to job for a while, but he had a heart of gold. Like he would have given the shirt off his back. He was really naive too, unfortunately. I feel like he left a child behind. Okay. Let me see.
Does that make sense to anybody?
Old.
I'm getting, he wasn't that old, I'm getting late 20s, early 30s. Okay. At least that's how he's presenting himself to me.
Is that when it happened, when he passed, or
It-
could he have passed later?
He could have passed later, but he's presenting himself to me at late 20s, early 30s. But I'm seeing his child was young when he passed. Okay, like, my son's 8, so I'm thinking like 10, 12, something like that, when he passed. Let's see if we can get more information about him. I keep hearing high school, so I don't know if somebody knew him from high school, or if it's just somebody that, didn't happen in high school, so I believe that the person was known in high school, like, I don't know.
They've known each other for
Yeah.
if you go back.
Yeah, and I feel like you lost touch for a long time. Like, I don't even know that this person really had a lot of touch with him, but you knew him, I don't know if it was almost like a Facebook friend, or so it was something like that, but it was somebody from high school that this happened to. And it wasn't that long ago. It's a weird thing.
So either motorcycle or car,
Yeah.
one or the other?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm trying to tap in. I just keep seeing a rock.
As if he
Something on a
hit.
rock. Something on a rock.
Something on a rock?
Yeah, like either hit a rock or the motorcycle
Mhm.
skidded from a rock, or there's something with the tire on the rock.
Okay. And I'm also seeing like up north, like almost like where the Kangamangus is, stuff like that. And I don't know if they like to go up there or if that's where the accident happened, but I'm seeing up kind of like the Swift River area.
Okay.
It goes up the Swift River. Because here's the thing, I'm getting like this person, this person would have partied with you at high school, or with this person that you're trying to reach. You know, like
Okay.
in the pits or
With
in
dark
the,
hair.
Mm-hmm.
Like dark
Mhm.
hair.
Yeah.
Like 5'10".
Yeah, he wasn't like a tall, like he wasn't like 6 foot or
Like
taller, but he was.
like 5'9", 5'10".
Mhm.
Thin.
Yeah, he wasn't a big guy, for sure.
Right.
He kind of got in and out of trouble in high school, but so did the person he partied with. You know what I mean? Like it was like
yeah,
kind
I'm
of.
not seeing like anything bad.
No,
or anything.
it was just regular
kid
kid stuff.
Regular kid
Yeah.
stuff, like teenage stuff.
I was wondering
Okay.
if the person even knows that this person's passed.
Yeah, they might not.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the person's just coming through because they knew him.
Mm.
Is there anybody here who could have had a friend like that in high school that you kind of party with and?
Like all of us.
Yeah, I don't know.
I had a few
know
those
party at all.
Facebook time, so.
Yeah, right?
I had a few. Definitely had a few.
Could name a dozen.
Right, I don't know that he's going to,
Nobody I know that can spell.
right, I don't know that he's gonna,
I know.
he's gonna find his person.
Yeah, he might find this person. Let me see. See if I can link in better with him. Gosh.
This is gonna sound weird, but almost, he's showing me like jumping out of a,
I heard he adopted, but I don't think he was adopted. I think the child that he left took on another man's name. Like there was an adoption or something after that.
could be, I'm not sure, but he's almost, it's a weird thing, I don't know, I'm getting some weird things with this guy. He's almost showing me like jumping out of like a ride at the amusement park. It's like he was a real daredevil, this guy. You know what I mean? And then the people he hung around with were too, but just not as much as he was. So his life kind of.
He died in a car accident?
Yeah.
It could be a business partner of mine.
Okay.
Does that make
He died like
sense?
3 or 4 years ago.
Did he have a child?
Yeah, I think it was about 4.
Okay.
So-
Oh, okay.
And did he leave, did the child, even if they didn't adopt, is he now being raised by somebody else with the
Raised by
mom?
actually an older brother, but the mom died too.
Okay, so he,
It's a horrible
Yeah, he
situation.
was a real daredevil, wasn't he? Like.
He sheared the telephone pole upside down halfway up the pole.
Okay.
Yeah, he used to climb towers on beds.
It seemed weird to me when I got
When
this
you said
image,
that, that's what
because
made it.
it's
Yeah.
almost like he jumps off a sky ride. You know what I mean? Like somebody who would do that.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Okay, because that to me is like nuts, but this, it almost like, yeah.
But he's really grateful of the child
Yeah.
being raised by somebody. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Because that's what he keeps.
Alright, so
Like he made me feel like the child was adopted, so that would make sense, because the mom isn't there either.
So it makes sense to me now, because I kept seeing a 4-year-old, I kept being given a 4-year-old, so if that's the case,
That is-
okay,
he would-
good.
That would do it.
He was about 4 when he passed away, he's probably 8 now, he's being raised by his brother.
Okay.
Okay.
All
The
right.
mother passed away too.
Yeah, it's just been a really,
Oh,
really
Oh,
tragic.
horrible, oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
that
both
is so
sides.
sad.
And I'm seeing the child is very, or no, is it older child as well?
It is 3 and 3,
Okay, so I'm seeing very, very, holds a lot of the stuff in,
yeah.
and it's gonna be, yeah.
I think he's just grateful.
Find it what it
I think
is.
that's the message. Just-
Oh, yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
I'll pass that to the,
Yeah, pass
Yeah.
that to your brother, because I feel like,
a very close friend of mine was his best friend.
yeah,
And he stays in touch with them all the time.
yeah, I
So
think
I
that's
will.
what it is, yeah,
And
grateful
that's good.
that,
I'm sure it's gotta be.
Yeah.
Pass that along.
yeah,
Yeah.
pass that along, for sure.
Yeah, he's basically saying like, yeah, he did a lot of dumb things, but he's gonna watch out to be like, hey.
Right,
you know?
right, well,
He was a
yeah,
genius too.
Yeah, right.
He was an absolute genius.
right, he's a
He
thrill
could-
seeker.
He couldn't get out of his own head.
No, he couldn't.
No,
Yeah,
Sounds exactly like him.
yeah,
wow,
Mark.
wow,
interesting.
wow.
I actually like him as a person, yeah, I like him as a person, he was fascinating,
Yeah, oh,
he had a
absolutely.
million ideas.
Mm.
Yeah, very intriguing, as a person, but, like, that's what he
Off
was,
balance,
that was
yeah.
his mistake, 'cause he just goes back to the little boy,
Yeah.
you know, and being great, yeah.
Okay. And he'll be okay, by the way, he's gonna be alright, yeah, because that's what I'm being shown, period.
Yeah,
He's gonna have a couple bumps, but he's gonna be alright.
That's good.
yeah.
Okay.
Kid had everything stacked against him.
Yeah,
And he lives with his
absolutely.
mom and it's just terrible.
And there was something about therapy, he wasn't talking?
Hmm?
Something
I
about therapy, okay.
I don't
Yeah.
Because
know.
I'm seeing him sitting there, okay, alright, well, I'm seeing him
Very
sitting there, he's not
possible.
talking,
Yeah.
like he's not.
I don't know.
Alright.
That's-
Yeah, no, I feel like it's gonna be fine. I feel
It
like he's in
absolutely
a,
is.
I feel like he's in a good place. I feel like he
Mhm.
wants to relay that he knows that he's being raised
Yes.
by him, and he's very
Grateful.
grateful for that.
Yeah.
I can trust you with
He's
that
still in the
information.
family.
Mhm.
You know, he's
Yeah.
still in the family though, you know?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and that's important.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they need to know that he's,
They're
they're aware and they're thankful for it, because I feel like
Yeah,
whatever is going on, he probably needs like to hear that
Yeah.
from somebody.
Yeah,
You know, that
Yeah.
that he is doing
a lot of
good
people
job.
think that the brother shouldn't be raising him.
No, he's
No.
happy that he
Yeah,
is
yeah.
raising him.
yeah, that's what I'm getting to.
He wants him to be, and you know what, and his brother will honor who his father was.
Mhm.
Oh, that's nice.
You know what I mean? He's not
Yeah, I
gonna
do.
tell him all this stuff
Yeah.
Right.
later.
It's kind of keeping him
Later,
in
share
check
those
too.
stories for later,
I
but,
think that's probably true.
That's the thing, yeah, it's keeping him in check, that's right,
Yeah.
the brother.
yeah, absolutely.
This is a really, actually a really good situation for them, I mean, honestly not.
They will grow together.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They will grow together, yeah, wow. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
For
I always
sure.
like the tough ones.
Oh,
I do, every time. I'm like, I don't know how to bring this up.
I know,
I know.
I don't like those ones.
I know, you get all the people who died and they sleep smart in their face.
I know, I'm lucky. No, that's not
No, I
true.
know it's not, I know.
You okay? Do you want some water?
No, I do.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, goodness. I know, I feel like we need to go to this side of the room.
I
We
know,
haven't been
right?
over here in a while, right? All right, let's see if we can pull in somebody for this side of the room. Okay. Gosh, I feel like I have a female who had cancer. I would feel like, and I don't know if who I'm with over here, but I feel like I have a female with cancer.
It seems to me like it spread pretty fast. That's what it seems to me like.
Could be me.
Okay. It seems like it spread a lot faster than it should. Right, okay.
Yeah, I'm not getting what kind, so. But I am getting, do you know this woman enough to have painted her nails or something like that? Would you understand that, or taking care of her?
It was my sister.
Okay.
I'm sure at some point it painted.
Yeah, well, she makes me feel like you painted her nails, right, or something, like she's
Her nails
painting-
were always nicer than mine.
Okay,
Oh, there you go. That's
okay,
what
all
she's saying.
right.
She's being that.
Yeah, but you made her look nice. That's what
Mhm.
she makes me feel like. So I
Yeah.
feel like you were there to help her, right?
I was.
Okay. So she wants to acknowledge that, all right? Because I feel like, there were times when it sucked,
It did.
right? Like there's no better way to say it, right? And so she is she felt like she got through it because you were there, right? So that's kind of what I feel, is she's relaying to me, because like that was important, because like I feel like the rest of the world was closing down and all around her, and there were all, but you were there. So that was helpful, right?
Yeah.
And so she wants to relay that to you, how much that meant to her, okay? And I even feel like, gosh, she's bringing me almost to like the funeral, I think. You know, I kind of feel like there's something about that particular day. Did you pick out the flowers, or did you have a thing with the flowers? She showed me something about flowers. I know funerals, we have flowers, I get that, but there's something that she wants to acknowledge about that day, and something about the flowers. So if I were to like, she's saying they were over on the left side. I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna give that to you. Maybe you'll think about it later, okay? And I kind of, she makes me feel like, was there the conversation about like, we were supposed to be older, we were supposed to go like the crazy ladies, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we were supposed to do all that, we laughed and we tried to get it in, you know what I mean? We talked about all those things that we were supposed to do, we were gonna do, you know?
Was there a weird story about Jello?
Jello.
Yeah, or
Not
like,
that I can think of.
Or she didn't like Jello.
yeah, there's something
I don't
about
think she liked
green
I
Jello.
don't
Jello.
think she liked
I
Jello.
was getting something about green
Yeah.
Jello.
Like, get the Jello away from me. kind of thing.
Yeah, like it was,
Yeah.
there's, I don't know, I'm seeing it.
Yeah, oh gosh, you know, I don't know that, she has the right words for you, cause I feel like this is just a lot of pain here, but I want you to understand that she's telling me that she is, she's finally okay with it, and I don't know if she was necessarily for a while. I think she was when she passed, she was okay, you know?
Not before though.
But she's finally okay with everything, you know what I mean?
She wasn't ready.
No,
Yeah,
it
like
wasn't.
she didn't get there. You know how some people get there and they come to terms and, I
She
feel like,
never thought she was gonna die.
fought.
yeah,
She
I
really
feel like
fought.
she didn't get there. And
Yeah.
so she wants you to know that she's finally okay with it,
Yeah, and
okay?
she understood after.
Well, she understood that she was going somewhere, that
Yeah.
it wasn't just over. And that was her biggest thing, like, I'm leaving these people and I don't want it to be over, right?
Right.
Because otherwise, why do you do this, right, kind of thing, and so I feel like there's that, and I feel like, oh gosh, were there letters written or something? She's talking about letters,
I have a card she wrote me.
okay. They're written by her, right? She wants me to talk about that, I feel like there's something more than that though too, hold on, are you picking up anything?
You know, it's weird, cause I'm getting like, there was some kind of a bond, like something you
envelopes.
bonded right beforehand, like I don't know if it was like a part of a necklace, or it was part of a something, or like there was something you honored her with, that you now have with you. She's bringing you something like you guys had a thing before she passed, like an agreement of some sort. And I don't know what that was, but she's bringing it through and like basically saying like you're doing your side of the agreement, or you're,
Well, I took care of her kids.
yeah. But it's something more, I don't know if they have something of her, like, it's something, it's a piece of,
It's the little, is there a little girl?
I have a little girl,
Okay.
she has two older.
yeah.
Shout about the little girl though, the little girl and doing her hair, and there's something about the little girl. I can't put my finger on it, but I'm supposed to acknowledge the little girl.
See, I'm getting a sister's thing. I'm getting something with sister, it was a sister thing.
Like a sister
agreement.
pack?
Yeah,
Like a pack.
yeah, like a sister pack, like, I don't know, it was like as if she's bringing me back a long time, and she's showing me like you guys, like it was a tightness, and she keeps showing me, and this very well could be symbolic, but like the two halves of a necklace, like it's that.
Like the best friend.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
necklace, yeah.
So I don't know if it's because you were best friends, especially
We
at
were
the end.
very, very
Okay, so that
close.
could be why she's showing me this, but it was very,
Yeah.
like you guys had like an unsaid agreement, like don't worry, everything's gonna be alright, I'll make sure everything's gonna be alright.
And that's what I did
Right.
tell her.
Okay,
Yeah.
because she's saying that she's seeing that you're making everything okay.
Right.
Alright.
And I feel like this, are you there for one of her girls? Like,
One of them ended up living with me.
Okay, because I feel like that's what she's acknowledging too. It feels like there's something about one, right? But I kind of feel like you're picking up the pieces and you're picking up where she left off. Not as mom, obviously, but, and she wants to thank you for that. I feel like that's a really super important. It means like the world. And it means the world to them too, right? Because I feel like when she left, was not a great time for them, like age-wise.
No, they went
You know,
12 and
this
13,
is, yeah,
so
this is
tough.
like tough age, like this is like the worst time to leave your little girl. And so I feel like this is an important thing, that you stepped in and took over this role that they needed so desperately, right? And one of them had self-esteem issues, is kind of what she's making me feel like. Self-esteem, went through like the awkward thing a little bit. I kind of feel like, maybe a little, I mean, who wouldn't, their mom passed, right? But I feel like, thank God for you, is all I keep hearing is thank God for you, thank God for you, thank God for you. You know, and she just, like, she gives you her heart. Like, I feel like she just can't thank you enough.
She's also saying you made her feel beautiful at the end, when she didn't feel beautiful anymore. Okay, and there was something specific with that, like, about her appearance. Alright, she felt like, I don't know what that is about, but something about being a woman and her appearance, and that you made her feel beautiful. Okay, and I'm not sure what that is.
I did pick her clothes out that she was buried in.
Okay, that's interesting, because she showed me my aunt that I did the same thing with, so now I understand why. Okay, yes, that's how she came in, by showing me my aunt, which wore purple, by the way. So,
She was Navy.
she was Navy.
When you saw the flowers, did you see white flowers?
She was just telling me something about the flowers, and they were over there, like, so if I'm looking at the room, they're over there. So there's an acknowledgement of the flowers of some sort. Was there something made from the flowers, do you know?
I don't know.
Pressed or something.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay, but, this is so weird. She keeps showing me, I mean, I know we all have social media, I know we all have text messaging and all that stuff, but there's like a message that came through or will come through. And she is telling me that you are going to think of her or will think of her or something like that. And she wants you to know that she plays a direct role in this. Okay? So I kind of feel like it's like, well, where did this come from? I don't even know who this is that I got this from, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So just know that there's something there. And she makes me feel like that's how she communicates. But there's something for you. Okay, you're welcome. And this is kind of funny, but she's talking about the shoes. Do you understand the shoes? I don't think this is later in life. I think she's talking about you and your shoes.
I was gonna say we have a lot of them.
Yeah, she's just talking about you and your shoes and something about.
Your boots.
Yeah, your 100 pairs of boots now. But there's one pair of shoes that you think your feet look really small in.
The ones I have on.
There you go.
So she's acknowledging your shoes. It's kind of a little funny thing, but she's like, she thinks her feet are really smallish. That's so cute. Funny. That is cute. But she loves you very, very much and thanks you very, very much.
Yeah.
Like from the deepest place. Yeah, for all that you did. And they're gonna be okay.
One of them reminds you a lot of her, doesn't she?
Yeah.
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 She has a lot of her aspects,
Yeah.
more than the other one, but she even things she'll make a certain face, or she'll make a certain something, you're like, oh my gosh. Yeah, she's showing me that.
Yeah. Wow. So sorry.
Yeah, I know.
Still going. There's still people here.
Let's see.
Oh, gosh. I know, she just wants to like hug you, seriously.
We were very.
Yeah, like she really,
Okay.
she just keeps bugging me, like she really just wants to give you a hug and like, really, that's it. Oh, gosh, there's so much love there. Wow.
I keep seeing Thelma and Louise, which is funny. That's about it.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Yeah, like fun stuff, goofy stuff, kid stuff, adult stuff, making fun of our husband stuff. You know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff.
Yep,
Yeah, like
exactly.
just all there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a lot of people there too when she passed. A lot of people came.
That's why when you said flowers, there were just
Everywhere.
so many.
Everywhere.
So many.
But I'm seeing specifically there was some kind of a spray of white flowers on top of the casket
I don't
after.
know. I just feel like there was something in particular. You'll understand
Yeah,
it
yeah,
when
I
it
will.
makes sense to you. It's a lot to take in, you know,
Yeah.
but you'll understand. And if you talk to the girls or
Yeah.
something.
But she's fantastic now. She's
Yeah, yeah.
totally.
She's okay with what happened now.
Mhm.
She wasn't.
No.
She's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and it was cool, like quick.
Yeah.
You know, when she crossed over, she's like, she got it. And so she didn't have to go through anything. So don't worry about that. You know.
So this is separate, but you know, I'm getting like I don't know if they were a police officer or I'm seeing a person in a uniform, so I'm not sure what it was. Police officer or fire person. It's like they're just wearing a generic uniform to me, but that's usually what it means. I'm thinking police officer. All right. So anyway, but I'm seeing like a long time ago police officer type of thing, because I'm seeing like I feel like he walked a beat. You know what I mean? That kind of a.
Oh, like car 54?
Yeah. No, yeah, I don't know, but he's showing me like,
Like
you know,
that back that far?
I don't know what car 54 is.
We're the same age, so I'm okay.
I don't know what she's talking about. I'm nowhere near her. No, but it was like, yeah, so this is a while ago. And you know, it's funny, I keep being shown Barney Miller or something like that. I know what Barney Miller is, okay. Fine. But that's what I'm being shown. So I think he's, was that a detective? Barney Miller?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, well, I know the show, I just don't know. Okay. So he's bringing me into this, and I'm feeling like he was kind of one of these guys that, you know.
Slumpy?
Yeah, he was slumpy. He was slumpy, and he wore like the brown suit. You know what I mean? He wore the brown suit, and he had a mustache.
So like 70s?
Yeah, because I'm getting like, because at first I'm with someone who's being brought through initially as a police officer. I think, okay, how did he pass? You know what I mean? But it wasn't like then. It was later that he passed. Like he went through the whole thing. He retired.
So law enforcement.
Yeah, I'm thinking law enforcement. And I'm getting like he didn't have all his hair up here.
I had an uncle, but he didn't have a mustache, but he was police
Ever?
officer.
Because this is being shown like back in the 70s. He had a mustache.
No,
Okay.
no, but he was a police officer.
Okay.
My grandfather was a prison guy.
Oh my God.
Which would kind of make sense because did he have a thing like because that's what I'm being
Can't
shown,
remember.
and
Yeah.
I'm seeing keys.
Oh.
All right, so I'm hearing the jingle
Yeah.
as he walks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was kind of like just kind of. You know, laid back
Doing
and
his thing.
doing his thing, right?
White
Day in and
shirt,
day out,
white
exactly.
shirt, tucked in, sleeves
I
rolled
know.
up.
Yeah, but he's also showing me because he was
Smoked
pretty
cigarettes.
proud.
Did your grandfather smoke?
He did.
Yeah,
That's what he's
this guy
showing me.
smoked cigarettes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's just showing me the normal stuff. He's showing me him carving the turkey. That was a big thing. He's the one who carved the turkey. He butchered it, but he did it.
His wife is a bitch.
Really? Because she
Wasn't your
butchered
grandmother
it.
then, I take
Yes,
it?
it was.
But
And she's still alive.
But did
She's
she?
92.
But did she yell at him when he butchered the turkey?
What?
Did she yell at him when he butchered the turkey?
I don't think we spent much time there.
Really? Because he's showing me that, like, it's like he couldn't ever do anything right.
Oh, that.
Alright.
I beat you that.
Like he was beaten down, right? Okay. Because even the way he walks, to me, is kind of like just getting through life. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Like you
Like
kind
a
of.
deflated person.
Yeah, like he was a little deflated. He was a little deflated.
Yeah.
He was really, I was a little deflated. But he actually he did better when he was outside the house.
I was gonna say, he shows me him, like, you know,
Yeah.
if that's what he did for work, if this is the same guy,
Mhm.
he actually is better at work.
Yes, he is.
He has more relationships at work, like
Yeah.
happier there than he was at home.
Yeah. Like I feel like he
Kinda
kind
how
of
I feel.
removed himself at home a bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't sound familiar?
No.
Okay. Because this guy, to me, kind of removed himself a bit while he was at home. But I think just because he felt defeated. Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see if we
Yeah.
can pull any more information on him. So it could be a policeman or a prison guard.
I'm seeing some kind of an honorable something that he has on a wall. Like, I don't know what it
An
is.
award.
Some kind of an award he was really proud of. He has on a wall. Guess he was good at what he did, actually. But I do. I see him in the brown suit. I don't know what that has to do with it. Brown suit. Hair here, not as much hair here, although he combed it up a little bit.
Yeah, he did comb
He did.
over.
He did comb
It
over.
was part on the side though.
Yeah,
Oh,
It was.
On the side.
and he smoked.
He smoked for sure.
It's funny because I almost see him. He has a bottle in his drawer. Like he wasn't an alcoholic or anything like that. But he had a
No,
bottle
back
in
then
his
you
drawer.
take the edge off.
Right, it took the edge off. Exactly. I feel like he was always really stressed out.
Yeah.
Okay, like in whatever he did, he just was stressed.
Let's see. I'm trying to get a good some validation from him on who he is that would help you figure out who he belongs to.
But I feel like he was more like
He had money. So he
Stash.
tucked it away. Yeah,
Stash.
he tucked money away. So he wasn't a big spender. He led a simple life is kind of how I feel. So he had money tucked.
I see him later on, like actually eating the cup of noodles. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah, the cup of noodles, you pour in the water. That's what he's eating later. Yeah, I know, I don't know. That's what he's telling me.
I like that money last.
No, I think he was lazy at making lunch. That's what I think. I don't think it was because he was trying
Are
to
you
make
sure it
money.
wasn't out of a thermos?
No, it was a cup of noodles. I even see it on the
Poor
side
man.
of the cup.
Poor man. He went from a turkey to a cup of noodles.
I know,
How did
right?
that happen?
I know, poor guy. This is later, because I feel like he lost his wife. Alright, well,
His
he,
wife
or he
passed
was, I
away.
don't know if he lost his wife, but he was alone later.
He was alone.
He was alone
later.
later. Okay.
Not
Okay,
my grandfather.
because he was alone
Okay.
later, and he's sitting by himself eating his cup of noodles. Poor guy.
Oh.
I know, right? Sad.
That is sad.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
We should have a penny here, Oh.
So you Tina.
Another penny, Tina. On the floor.
Can anyone claim this man?
I know, I just have that uncle, I don't know. He's a police officer.
He was.
He was divorced.
He was, okay, so he would have been alone
So
later.
do you think he squandered his money? And
No,
had-
oh,
no?
he squandered it, would have been spent things.
No, yeah, he saved it, right?
No, he would have saved it.
Yeah, like stashed it type of thing, right?
Yeah. Isn't that what's, oh,
No,
squandering
squandering
is
is
spending.
spending, yeah.
Right, I mean the opposite, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, he would have saved it.
He saved his money, like, cause that's what he's telling me, he showed me him always putting money in the
Definitely no mustache.
aside. And did he part his hair on the side, was he going bald?
He was going bald.
Okay, alright.
I wouldn't get hung up on the mustache, it's just sometimes they come through to me and that's what they look kind of,
Oh.
like.
Well, Barney Miller had a mustache.
Barney,
so if you're
that could be
thinking-
why,
yeah.
Barney Miller had a mustache.
Right?
He had a very strange home life before. He
Okay.
and his wife were never,
Yeah, it's a
Good
really
with
weird
each other.
situation. He's a deflated man.
Yeah, he feels defeated.
Yeah.
yeah. He had children.
Mm-hmm.
You getting anything on how many children or anything?
Well, when you said that, I see two.
No, he had like 5.
Okay, well, I'm seeing two specifically.
I got a lot, but I didn't get a number,
Mm.
so.
I'm almost getting two estranged, you know, two that were kind of removed from the family.
I don't know, I just feel like he didn't have a very exciting
Mm-hmm.
life.
No.
He just kind of got through his day, he walked a certain way, ate what he was gonna eat, tucked away his money.
When he got divorced, he came to live with us
Okay.
for a while.
Okay.
And then he went out on his own and had
Yeah.
an apartment by himself the rest of his life.
Did he have a problem walking at some point? I'm getting a
Yeah,
problem.
he broke a hip when
Okay,
he
I'm
was
getting a
older.
problem, like he's walking it, he was like, he had a walker at one point, but he didn't need it all the time.
Before he had cancer eventually, but he broke a hip. He fell
Okay.
and he was too stubborn and would insist on going to the grocery store, and he fell and broke his hip in the parking lot.
Yeah, because it's confusing to me, because he shows me with a walker, but then without one. And to me, a walker is, you know, when he gets to the end of his life, he's gonna need it forever, but he didn't need it forever.
He liked mail.
Getting mail?
Yeah, he liked getting
Got
mail. Like he was always looking for something or waiting for something to come. I don't know what it is, but he liked getting mail. Or I feel like he was that regimented that he knew when
Well,
the
he's very
mailman was.
regimented, that was for sure.
Yeah, like when the mailman was coming, that's when the mailman was coming.
It's not
And, like,
showing you anything else, like in regards to when he stayed with us, because that would be the most.
Alright, well, let me see, let's see if we can get any validation on anything that would help you.
It's funny because he's showing me this old, and this would be before you though. This
What?
old console, like this old like TV. It's black and white, but I have one of those dial things with the antennas. Like he could have bought another one. He just didn't. You know what I mean? He
Yeah.
like outlasted. He would make sure the things lasted until they fell apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got his money's worth.
He sure did. He
always
sure
got his
did.
money's worth.
He sure did.
Always.
Was there somebody sick at your house and he didn't help?
That needed, well, my dad was sick.
Yeah, but he didn't. Like,
He wasn't involved in helping him.
okay, because he I don't know.
And I met one of his daughters recently, because that family was really estranged. from
Yeah,
the rest
yeah,
of the
yeah.
family. I met her at a wake.
Okay. Were there two specific children that were like very, or either they were pissed at him or they just didn't?
Yeah.
Okay, all
At
right.
least 2 or 3.
Because he's showing me two specifically that were very.
Well, the mom
strange.
had a big influence
Yeah.
on these daughters.
Is there a rose around them?
A rose?
A rose.
A literal rose?
I feel like
Like a name rose.
like the
Well, I
name
had an
rose.
aunt named Rose.
Okay.
That
Oh,
would
you-
have been his sister.
His
Okay.
sister, okay, because that's, he's giving me that for validation.
Interesting.
To
He's very,
help
he was
who he is.
sad. He was a sad man.
Yes.
Like, yeah, he comes across to me as, he felt like he missed out on a lot. You know, he felt like he didn't have.
Well, he wasn't easy either.
Right. No, he wasn't.
No. Well, he's not
He had a
really,
good heart, but he just wasn't an easy
right,
person.
and he's not a great communicator, so talking to him even right now, it doesn't really change all that.
No, exactly.
You know, so he's kind of coming in the way he's showing
Yeah.
himself, kind of the way he lived.
And even when you did things for him, it wasn't enough,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't good enough.
Yeah, well, yeah, he
Well, I just kind of feel like he just,
Yeah, and because I'm getting some kind of regret, the fact that he just, even though people did stuff for him, it was never enough.
Huh.
Okay?
I'm curious, does he have something he wants passed on to someone? Is he?
Rose.
Yeah, Rose.
Rose isn't with us on there anymore.
No, he's
Yeah,
acknowledging
interesting.
Rose. So Rose is with him,
Yeah.
right? Okay. Which would be his sister, your aunt.
Yes, what's funny is it's not the aunt that did everything for him though.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay.
I know, but
That's
it's
the one that he got
unusual.
along with. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not
You know,
funny.
sometimes when you're the martyr doesn't mean you're the nicest person.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
Right? I just feel he wants to acknowledge his sister, Rose. That's what he came in to tell me. Okay, the name
Yeah.
Rose. So he's with her. All right. I keep seeing stinky cat food, and I don't know why.
Stinky
So
cat food?
stinky cat food, like the wet, stinky cat food.
I don't know, we didn't have any animals ever.
Did she?
Who?
Rose?
No,
Alright, do you?
no.
I don't know what it is, but
I mean,
stinky-
years ago I had a cat.
Stinky cat
Was
food.
she, I guess when he was living with us, I would have, the cat still would have been there.
He showed me the stinky cat food is what he's giving me. So I don't know if he was bothered by it or didn't like cats or whatever the case may be. He showed me the stinky cat food.
Did you feel like you waited on him when he lived here with you?
My mother sure did.
Okay, because he's showing me as if somebody's just waiting on him.
Yeah, my
You know?
mother used to.
Like he just didn't
He's
do
not
enough.
very talkative.
Yeah,
and
no,
stuff.
like he just, because I'm
Just who he
seeing
is.
things and I'm trying to interpret it,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But it's, what I'm seeing is that he just didn't give,
Participate.
he didn't, right?
Yeah,
He didn't, he
participate.
removed himself from that and he just expected. You know, there was an expectation there. And he's seeing that it wasn't right. I mean, for sure, that's the impression he's giving me, is that, because with the pictures he's showing me is that just him waiting, waiting for everything to show up, you know?
Yeah.
What's his name?
John,
John. Okay.
does that make sense to you?
It does make sense because I just heard the j sound and I was gonna go with George, but John, I'll take John. Yeah, I just get like, you know what? He's just here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of how he lived, and
Well,
he's
no, I was just
here.
curious since
Yeah.
I just
I
met
don't
his
feel like
daughter
he's
not
like,
that
yeah,
long
there's just
ago.
not a big message. He's just, and he's got Rose,
Yes,
and that's it. And there you go.
He's a simple guy, but he was difficult to be around.
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
And did not like the cat food. I'm telling you that right now. He watched the can open, dumped it out. It's disgusting.
I think that was when he was younger.
whatever.
Could have been.
I think that's what I think.
Gross, gross, gross.
He was very type A, very, not to be
Maybe
that.
that's why he's
All right.
Yeah.
I think it was because someone was gonna kill him if he didn't know about.
Something we're talking about.
She's silly.
Alright.
Alright,
Oh, please, he got mad at Kevin for drinking a beer outside the front yard mowing the lawn, because he said it was against the law.
oh, okay.
Yeah, it was.
Does anybody know a Teresa or a T, like that kind of a name, Teresa, Terry, something like that? You do, is she on the other side or here?
She's here, so.
She's here, okay. Cause I feel like I have a female and she's telling me Teresa or Terry. So
Is her
let me
mom
see.
passed?
She had, her son passed away when she was young.
Alright, this is, I definitely have a female, okay. So let me work with this.
Older?
I feel older, yeah, older.
My grandmother was a Teresa.
Your grandmother was a Teresa? Okay.
I already had two.
Sometimes they come back.
I know, alright, well, let's get a quick message to Teresa, and then we'll move on. Alright, but you had messages for other people,
Yeah, it's
right?
true.
Right, so
It's
there you
true.
go, maybe you need one for you.
This is gonna be weird.
Right, yeah.
Does prune juice make sense?
No.
Okay, because something about nasty prune juice, and I don't know if you tried it when you were young, and you were like, it's disgusting, I'm just being trying to prune
Beets.
juice.
Beets, it's beets.
He hates
It's the beets.
It's the beets?
It's
Okay,
beets,
'cause
it's
I'm
not
being shown.
prunes,
It's
it's
always
beets.
Italian food, it's like Maria's like,
Yeah.
I'm being shown purple.
we
But-
never ate beets.
It's
I hate
beets,
them.
it's the hate, right.
Did you
it's
say
the
I
beets.
never ate beets, but I hate them?
Not growing up.
Yeah, it's beets, it's the beets.
My
I don't
ex
know
used to
some of
make
the
me eat
beets.
things I didn't like.
Like lima beans?
Yeah.
Not, well, lima beans,
Cauliflower.
Cauliflower, right,
Yeah.
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 That was on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
Like you didn't-
Lucky that's all it was, there was no poison.
Or so you think.
After the
right?
first hospital visit.
Yeah.
Then
Then he ordered
No.
takeout.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I feel like, you know what, I feel like, oh gosh, I think she's just telling you to lighten your load.
Was she
So I feel like you're in a,
She was
you're
very
all over the
sick.
place.
Yeah, and she was a little bit.
She
Yeah.
was, and then she lost all.
Yeah, but she's showing me, she likes it when she had a little bit more meat.
My grandfather used to give us grappa, and just loved to watch the look on her face. It's like vodka.
Maria gets that, Maria gets that, yeah.
That's right.
And like the idiots would drink it again.
And she's showing me a rolled up newspaper.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what that is, but
She whacked you with that?
No, she used to store them.
Oh.
She'd take the old ones and like to light the fire
Alright,
with.
alright.
Oh.
She'd roll them up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right,
She had a
right.
kerosene stove in the kitchen.
She was a hard woman. I mean, like yeah.
She lost, my grandfather died when my mother was 7 during the Depression.
Like I can see her
Oh.
doing physical labor, you know?
Six
Like,
kids during the
yeah, I can see her
Depression,
doing
that's
physical labor. She
Yeah.
was,
Well, she had to work, she.
or even around the house. Like I can see her outside. Like, did she like? I almost want to say, did she like chop and stack
No,
wood? I
that
mean, like
would-
this is the woman. This is what she would have
No, it
done.
was
Like
like
if she
the
had
milk.
to.
She would have.
Milk
Yeah.
and
But
shoveling
no,
and
it
all
was
that
in-
stuff.
It was in Boston, it was,
Yeah, it was like the shoveling of the milk.
Yeah,
It was like
yeah.
the milk going outside, getting the milk, getting the stuff, getting it put in the fridge, you know what I mean, that stuff.
just
Yeah.
like a slave driver with the kids.
Yeah.
She was saying she had everybody doing
But
what
it's
they
Oh,
needed
yeah.
to do,
interesting, I don't know what
right?
she wants you to lighten up, so I don't know what it is, but she's telling you to lighten up,
Sure it's
so
for me?
I think it is. Cause, well, and it's more like, because you're in 1,000 directions and you're going 1,000 places all at once. And you can't really put your finger on it, and you're not settling in one spot, and you're not settling down, and you haven't
Yeah,
really
that's
made,
what
you haven't really made the commitments that you're supposed to be making right now. Do you understand that?
Yeah,
So she would like you to
shouldn't be telling
do
her
that.
though.
She would like you to do that. She's like, make the commitment, it's okay.
Were you gonna move? Or were you gonna?
I just sold my condo.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not gonna go there.
Alright. Make the commitments.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
supposed to be making the commitments.
Okay,
You're not. Yeah. You're not.
Yeah, it's not the same thing over again, honey.
alright.
She's okay, she's like, you know, hand gestures, you know those hand gestures, right? Right? Right?
As long as it's not this.
Right. Did she talk
Well,
like? Did she talk a lot in another language when she was like?
Italian.
Oh, okay, because she would just blah 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 blah. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't talk it, so it's blah blah blah
Blah,
blah.
blah.
But yeah. Yeah.
I can't talk Italian either.
It's very loud there.
But we can all talk Italian, right?
Right, exactly.
That's right, that's right. Yeah, no, she,
A little bit of a thing, but you wouldn't cross it.
Right, oh, yeah,
no,
Nope.
no. But it's funny, you need her permission or something. I don't know, you need her
Growing up,
permission.
I wasn't very close with her.
Yeah.
But we go over every Sunday.
Yeah, but everybody needs her permission.
Yeah,
Like, I see
You
all the
need
kids
her
lined up
blessing,
the way
right?
it's supposed to be.
when they were growing up.
Yeah.
probably, yeah.
It's like even, I'm almost seeing like at holidays, it's like you did the holiday thing.
We did, absolutely,
Okay.
but there was a kids' table. It was
Yeah,
more-
right,
It was
yeah.
more of a normal thing, it wasn't
Yeah.
like a militant sort of.
No, I'm not getting that at all, but I'm seeing it the way when I was a kid, okay, you don't get to the adult table until you're.
Oh, God,
right.
no.
Until you're
Right.
proven.
Exactly.
Right.
There were 2 stages of kids' table.
Right.
Right.
But anyway,
Yes.
yeah,
That's
she's all good, she's all good, you're all good. You're ready. Done long enough, you're ready.
Ready for
Uh-huh.
the people table.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you are.
And much more. She's waiting to.
I would see her.
Yeah.
I don't even know what she's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, find it out.
Oh gosh, what else do we got? What else do we have here?
Seeing writing books.
Writing writing in
A
books?
book, or writing a book, and I don't know
Someone
what
writing
that
a
is.
book?
But I feel like somebody here is writing a book, that's what I'm being shown. You? Not you again.
Me.
Oh.
Writing a book.
It's being brought into me by a female. Writing a book.
Writing a book.
We keep stopping and starting.
Yes.
Stop that. You're waiting, you keep waiting. Just saying, you keep waiting.
That's the second book. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, stop waiting.
Somebody, and also you have the information, but you don't think you do. Does that make sense? And I don't know what that means, but there's some information you're waiting to put there, but you haven't.
Yes, that's
Okay.
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 I kind of like want the end of the story before I write the middle of the story.
You're right, exactly.
Yeah, because you want it to be a bestseller, right? So you gotta, like, I got the pieces, but now I gotta make it good.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. No, you have all the stuff. You definitely do.
I'm trying to ask more about the book.
Oh, gosh, I feel like.
This
You
is
guys
you.
wanna
This
sit
is you.
down? You guys
What?
This
wanna
is you.
sit
I know
down?
that's our movie.
My book?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, because you, yeah, all right. Interesting.
So who do you got?
I don't know, yeah, it's a female, but I feel like it's also, there's some fear of putting it out before it's exactly right.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, you gotta get off that. Yeah, stop that. That's what she's telling me, you just gotta stop. You just gotta put it out, because it's gonna be amazing. It already is amazing, you're saying, but you keep changing it. You keep, you pull it out, yeah, he'll pull it out and look at it and be like, this, I gotta do this, or you're making adjustments all the time to it.
Which book? The first one or the second
The
one?
second one.
Second
Yes,
one. Right,
all the
number-
time.
Yeah.
Two books at once. Right? I don't know, it's funny, she tells me, she like almost like compares it to a choose your own adventure book. Do you remember those when you were a kid? Choose your own adventure?
Yeah, because there's like an.
If
Flip to
this,
this
that,
page, flip to
yeah,
that
yeah,
page, yeah.
exactly.
Well,
But
there's like
that's-
an excerpt. Is that how you say it?
An excerpt?
Yeah, and I feel like one branches off into its own book from that book.
Yeah, like, there's the first book is part of the second book.
But it's very hard to understand unless you're here, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so
So
that's the
you
problem.
have to be
Yeah, yeah, exactly, that's where the issue is.
Yeah.
That's where the issue is,
Yeah.
that's why you're trying to put it into the right, corner.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But you haven't shared it.
No, the second one I got.
Right, and that's the problem, she's saying. She's saying that's the problem, because you can't see it for what it is, you can't see the order it's supposed to be in. Okay, so what she's telling me is
If
you
you
need
have
to,
somebody read it,
Yeah,
they'll be able to
somebody
put it in order,
Mhm.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I know somebody that can help you with that.
Oh, there you go, she's not a guy.
or girl. Yeah, she's being very clear that that's it, you're the issue. Right, you're in your own way, that's all it is.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, gosh. I feel like I'm going back there
Okay, go ahead.
again. I feel like I have another, oh, gosh, I feel like I have a dad. I feel like I have a dad. I wanna call him a dad, maybe. not sure. But I feel like I have a knot in my stomach, like a pit in my stomach kind of thing. So I don't know if it's an illness or that's just how I feel, right? And I feel like I keep going back in that corner somewhere. So if it's not a dad, it'd be a grandfather or something, but I want to go back there. And I kind of feel like, oh gosh, is there somebody battling something, or does somebody have an illness or something? Do you know what I'm talking about? And that they need help, and I have this dad coming in, and he's saying everything's gonna be okay, and he's reaching out, because they're reaching out to him, I feel like. Hold on, let me get more information.
Is it a physical illness?
I don't know, I don't feel right. I just don't feel right. Like, I feel like I'm sad or something, or.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's physical illness.
I feel like it's sadness, you know, like that kind of a thing. Like, I want things to be better, I'm trying to make them better, kind of thing. Oh, gosh.
I feel like you keep running into roadblocks.
I'm trying to find something to do. I'm trying to occupy my time. I'm trying to find my purpose a little bit, kind of thing. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be happy. I'm trying to find something to make me happy. I need to do something. I don't know what it is. But I feel like I have this dad coming in, and he's hearing you, he's hearing you, he's hearing you. He wants to let you know he's hearing you, but he's like, great things. You always could do great things. Always, always, always. Like, always, there's greatness around you. Like, you're always could do great things. Do you know what I mean? Yes, it's you, right? Yeah. Right? Is your dad passed? Okay. So I feel like he's coming in. Like, I feel like, you know, like maybe you're just at a crossroads and you're not sure what you want to do next or where you want to go, and you're kind of feeling like, I'm either being left behind because the world is going and I don't know where I want to be, or something like that, you know what I mean? Like, what's the next step? Where do I go? You know, I have things and I don't know what to do with them and that kind of thing. And so he's hearing you. But he's telling me you've always done great things. You're capable of great things.
You have great ideas.
Yeah, like, you know, like, it's just whatever makes you feel good, you know? But it's kind of interesting because I keep hearing healing work, so, you know, I know, I'm pretty sure you don't do Reiki and all that stuff, whatever, but, I mean, maybe you do, I don't know. But I kind of just feel like you're gifted in some way. So how do I want to put this? I don't mean energy work gifted, I mean helping other people gifted.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you know how to help people. Like, there's almost, I think that's your purpose.
Well, talking too. Like in a
talking way,
yeah.
Like encouragement, going out, finding something that makes you feel good about what you're doing.
I'm seeing peace and solitude by the ocean too.
Yeah, ocean.
That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing peace and solitude by the ocean, and getting a lot of information when you're there. Like understanding things in a better way. You know, being able to be more removed and being able to have clarity.
Yeah. Yeah, like it's not over.
No.
You know what I mean? You know, like you wake up one day and you thought you were gonna be something, and then you go, wait a minute, that isn't what I wanted to be.
Right.
I want to be that, and then you
when I grow
then
up,
it's like, but what is that? How do I get there? Because aren't I at the point where I'm supposed to slow down and not really think about that? But I feel like it's just beginning for you.
Me too.
So I feel like whatever that is, he's giving you like the go for it, because like you can do great things. You've always been capable of that.
I feel like the only thing in the way is self-doubt. There's a lot of self-doubt. A lot of other people can, but me, I can't.
Yeah, or just like, oh, what is the reason?
Yeah.
You know? But it's kind of like, I don't know, has it been a while, your dad? A little while?
2001.
Yeah, so a little while, right? He kind of just makes me feel like it's just beginning. So it's just a totally different from what you used to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
So are you changing careers? Are you doing something?
I worked for my dear husband for 22 years. And
okay.
and now
I've
you're done.
removed myself from the business.
Oh, okay. So now you're looking for a new purpose.
Exactly.
Right, so you wake up,
Totally
okay.
on the right path.
Yeah, totally, because now you need something from here.
Yeah, hard
Like that's the next step, but I feel like you help people, like helping is part of your gift.
Oh, definitely.
So I would say
Definitely.
that would be fulfilling to you, which is kind of what you're looking for. Because, you know, everybody else is kind of finding their purpose or whatever they're supposed to do, and that's like for you, is kind of what I'm seeing. So he comes in,
Yeah.
anyway, I feel like you're talking to him or you're thinking of him or whatever, but he's watching over you. You know, and saying you always could do great things, always.
It's funny, he's giving me one of those, like as if you would win it at a fair. And it's a heart, but it's like a stuffed animal, big red heart. And it's just like giving that to you, okay? Like, here, like it's almost like it's a heart, but it's a prize too. So I don't know, it's weird, but it's what he's giving you. Like, he won it for you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Maybe another family business, right?
maybe her business. I think it's your business.
Another family business.
Yeah.
My business.
Your business. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, although I think there's other family involved. Right? Yeah, I think there's something there though, because he's acknowledging that and he's encouraging that.
Yeah, and something about travel too.
Yeah.
Something about travel with that.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
But he loves you. And and you need to know how smart you are for whatever reason. You need to be told you're super smart. Very smart. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. He's a good man, I think.
I like him.
Yeah, I do too. Alright, do I have anybody else? Do you have anybody else?
Sure, I'll grab somebody. Let's see who's hanging around. It's funny because I have somebody similar to the person that I had with you. She's like a grandmother. I'm getting curly grayish hair, but like done. She would have her hair done, and almost like she got it colored though, but it was lighter. The older she got, the lighter it got. Okay, and she was a little bit thick.
Thick
right?
in the middle?
Thick in the middle, and
Okay.
she was a little shorter. She kept saying she was
thick and curly.
She kept saying she was old. She was taller than she was. All right, and I don't know what that's about, but she kept saying she was taller than she was. And I almost feel like one of her legs was longer than the other. That makes
She
sense.
limped a little bit.
No, but she wore like a I don't know. I'm not sure. I feel like, and I don't know if this
A
was
shoe
something
lift?
when she was little or it was some kind of a polio or I don't know. I keep hearing that in my head. So this is a
Maybe
woman.
that could be.
Anyway, let's see.
Does that make sense to anybody? Did you say grandmother?
Yeah, well, that's how she's coming through as a grandmotherly, right?
A
And
short, curly, light-haired.
I keep hearing wheel. Oh, you?
No, it's I think it's George's aunt. Is it?
Oh.
This is all about you.
Right? Did she have polio?
She
One
broke
leg
her
was-
hip.
Oh, okay, so one leg was shorter than the other. All right. Did she wear like something in her shoe to make it to fix it, or did she just walk a little bit with a limp?
She walked funny.
What?
What? She walked with a cane.
She walked with a cane. Okay. All right.
Yeah, she kind of walked funny. Yeah.
Yeah,
bit,
she
right?
had a
A
little
little bit
different
of a-
walk, like a limp or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Did she have a little dog?
Plenty of little dogs.
She had plenty of little dogs? Wow. I'm seeing one little dog.
Yeah, there's a particular one.
Did it have like one eye?
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
They had a one-eyed dog.
Did she like treat these animals like they were gold? Like they were?
Yes,
okay.
that's my mother.
They were, okay, like they were kids.
My mother would do that.
Your mother had the dogs, and what you
My
did?
mother.
Alright, treated them like they were kids.
And she broke her hip, your mother or
No,
your
my
aunt?
aunt
Yeah, they
broke her hip.
broke
They lived
it.
together. They were
Oh.
inseparable. What?
Yeah, they both. Didn't your mother break her hip too?
No.
They were always together.
They were always together,
So
okay.
they're probably coming through
Oh
together.
my
So
gosh,
that's-
Oh,
okay, alright,
Yeah.
alright.
And that little dog would always freak me out because it'd poop and then it would eat its poop right away.
That's probably why he was
Oh, remember this? Remember the one little dog?
Yeah, the one-eyed dog.
That was a special one, right?
Yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and it was hot. The poop was hot.
That's
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
awful.
Everyone's letting his real George.
Yeah.
What a great, it
Yeah.
Clean up after himself.
Kiss, right?
Never take a kiss from
Yeah,
that dog.
you're right.
I never have to eat.
Gross.
Yeah.
Did she go through a thing like a diet thing, where she would try different things?
My aunt would go on diets.
Oh my
things like that.
gosh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just there was always something.
Diets.
Because I'm even seeing like these little meals that they peel the plastic off. Of.
Oh, like Swanson?
Yeah, or like lip Yeah.
Chrissy.
Like you peel the
I grew up with that.
Oh, okay.
That was my daily
All
breakfast,
right.
lunch,
All
and
right.
dinner.
Yeah, I do. And then you have to watch it because the steam.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, because you would get burned.
Right.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, and the hot apple pie.
I've seen the
cobbler.
pudding.
The cobbler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you don't even
And the corn would sometimes get mixed with the apples.
But you ate it anyway?
Yes.
You ate it anyway?
Because you had
right?
to.
That's right, because you had to eat
Right.
it.
And there was something about buttered things.
Buttered rolls.
Buttered rolls.
I used to bring home the bread from the restaurant I worked at.
Okay. Powdered, like sugar rolls though.
All kinds, yeah. We had regular, we had
Yeah.
pecan, and then we had fruit.
Yeah,
So
like
That sounds
powdered,
good.
yeah,
I like rolls.
right.
that was, yeah.
Who doesn't like
I know,
rolls?
right?
Who like rolls? Yeah.
Wow.
Funny.
Just talking about how you helped the family. I'm not sure what that means, but you helped the family. Like, I don't know if you, what's the word I'm looking for? I get lost in my words. I don't know if it was monetary. Almost
Yeah.
you like helped the family. You just gave to the family. But and here's the thing, they didn't necessarily reciprocate that to you. You know what I mean? Like that's the feeling I get. Like you gave of yourself, but it wasn't. It was because it was an obligation. It was an obligation.
Well, I took care of them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
They lived here, then they lived at the condo
Okay.
at
All
the
right.
beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting a sense of like we may not have shown how much we appreciated it.
Could be
Right,
that, they
okay.
just pitched them out all the time.
Right. Okay.
Together.
But the fact is like they
Yeah.
did appreciate it.
Yeah.
Right. But they worked
They
hard. So,
Yeah, well, right, because life, that was who they were.
They like me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And what was the thing, like, you got it right? What does that mean? You got it right with her?
You got it right.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
all right,
Oh, yeah.
all right. That's a good idea that, yeah, I got it, you got it right.
Oh my god.
Artistic?
What?
Was your mom artistic? Because I'm seeing something with painting, or is it you?
Me. Could be me.
Okay, but I'm seeing something, like painting with not a like a paintbrush.
Well, I can draw.
I'm seeing something with a paintbrush, so I don't know if you're gonna be doing that, or.
He's gonna illustrate the book.
There you
The
go.
book's already illustrated.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's all done.
Oh gosh.
That's the book 2 is a written
Book two.
thing. Book 1 is basically done, it's just a couple of things, and it's at the publisher's now.
Yeah.
Book 1 or book 2?
Book one.
Book 1.
Oh.
Do you feel like you're leaving out a whole section?
I am.
Book two, okay. Alright.
I missed that. What was you
He feels like he's leaving out a whole section, and he says he is.
Oh.
Of book 2.
They can't write book 2 yet.
They're like, they're on the
They can't
book
finish
again.
book 2
I know.
yet.
They're on the book.
So,
Yeah.
You're waiting for it.
right, because I don't like to
Yes.
write the future. I've seen
Okay.
the future, but I
Yes.
don't like to write the future,
Right.
so.
No, you can't. They're telling
But
me
I
you
know how it
can't.
ends.
Right,
So,
you're
yeah.
telling me you cannot put that in the book.
Right, exactly.
Okay, alright, good. I'm glad we're on the same page.
I'm paranoid about finishing the book, exactly.
Alright. Because you feel like it's incomplete. Okay, alright. Yeah.
You'd rather it were a movie.
Someday.
He's got the production crew going.
Yeah.
Already.
You'd rather it was a movie. That's what I keep hearing is the movie. Wait for the movie.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. Yeah. No,
I'm gonna leave her. She likes to be here.
she does like
She does like to
but
be here.
But I feel like she's got messages over here though too. You know what I mean? So yeah, she's your mom. We get it. But I feel like there's messages over here too. That was where I want to go, kind of. Some of the artistic stuff though, I think, is over here.
Okay.
Artistic, right? You, one of you?
Who's painting?
I feel
Something
like-
with a paintbrush, like.
I
don't know
kind
what
of
that
feel like
is.
there's something over here though.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah, creating something. I don't know if it's, I don't.
Yeah, what'd you do today?
I don't feel like it's painting, but I feel like creating
My
something.
vision board?
Okay.
Okay, we'll take that one.
That's not painted.
But it's,
Well,
it's like
Yeah,
a
but it's
picture.
creative. It's
I'm
creative.
not getting painting, I'm getting creating something.
My son's doing acting.
Oh,
And
cool.
is doing acting, okay. All right, that makes sense, because I feel like it's more for them. They're separate from the
Yeah,
painting.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, the painting could be a symbol for
Well, that
creation.
could be for him too,
Yeah.
but I feel like the creating and the creativity is over here, like the next generation, you know what I'm saying? So, is there something with black licorice, would you understand that?
We like it.
Did you like it?
Your mother liked it. No?
Yes.
Yeah, because she's shown me black licorice, I don't know if there's a thing with black licorice
She
or
said
whatever,
about
but
the jelly beans.
I'm not seeing jelly beans, I'm seeing like little chunks of black licorice or something. But that doesn't matter, it's just my symbol. I personally don't like it. Yeah.
No, my mother would like that. It was, you know, licorice.
Black licorice?
Mm-hmm. Black
Okay.
licorice.
Yeah, black. Has to be black. Okay. What else has she got for you? Gosh. So I don't know why. I know she liked you and all that. But is there a distance though, separation with her or something? Were you not home or when she was here? She makes me feel like there's a distance for some reason. I don't know. She's making me feel like something was distant.
Possibly, yeah.
Okay.
She wasn't like my mother, so I couldn't connect with her
Okay. Okay. All right.
as
Gotcha.
well.
Yeah, she's a little bit harder to talk to, right? Okay. But she makes me feel like she was kind of interesting, like happy here though. So even though she complained, I feel like she was still happy here. Like this was one of the happier times of her life because she didn't have the worries. Do you know what I mean? And she got to spend time with like her grandchildren and she didn't have the worries. So I feel like part of that is like a thank you to you because another woman welcoming another woman into her home and letting her be here so that it would be easier on her is a big deal. Because I don't know that she would have done that necessarily for some, I mean maybe, but she understood what a sacrifice that was. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't super easy. So I feel like there's a thank you for that, you know? And also getting to know her grandchildren, you know, and watching them. I think that was a really big deal to her. So I think that was kind of reining it in a little bit and maybe closing that gap. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Definitely.
So I feel like that she gives to you because it takes the woman to do that. No offense, but it does. It takes the woman, you know what I mean? So she's thanking you for that. Yeah. That's what I have on her. She had to say something. She needed to say something about that because she knows it was a big deal. You know, to allow that kind of thing. You know, but you would do it because you're a good person. You know, that kind of thing. Do we have anybody else? Are you getting tired?
Was there somebody?
Are you getting tired?
A little bit, but it was.
I can tell by her eyes.
I know,
Was there
her eyes
somebody-
turn red, I can
it's
tell
like when I'm
too.
like spent. Was there somebody who was like a betting man? I'm getting somebody coming through that was a betting man. Like
Betting?
Yeah, like I don't know if it was horses or dogs or something, but spent time at the races. This guy, he liked it. He's kind of a shyster. You know what I mean? That's the kind of guy. He was kind of a shyster. Yeah, he kind of reminds me of a little bit of a used car salesman. You know what I mean? Not that there's anything wrong with you personally. I'm just saying, like he was just a little bit of a the kind of person that, because I bought a car one time that the guy, that's why I symbolize it.
Okay.
The guy like really kind of scared me. So that's where I'm getting at with him. So.
He had no problem screwing you.
Right. Yes. Exactly.
Right.
So.
All right.
I just feel like he was already, yeah, he made his money by getting over on people. Although with his family, he was really like a nice. I mean, he had a good heart. It's almost like don't mess with my family, you know. He was a little absent. He wasn't around a lot. Yeah, he missed a lot of things in the family, but I feel like like part of the family even kind of like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not picking him up.
Yeah, I am. I feel like he's kind of like standoffish from the family. So
It's okay.
I don't know who he is, but
I'm not sure.
The guy that I was named after always spent every afternoon at the racetrack, at the
Okay,
horses.
alright.
My mother would be
You know
with
what,
him.
you just stand over
I
there
know,
with
right?
him.
It's so true.
My mother would be with him every afternoon.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and he ran the auto parts store.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go. All right.
Auto parts store, the man with the races, gotcha. So you just have a
Because
direct
I'm getting a
connection to
folded
George.
over like newspaper with him in his hand.
Always had a newspaper.
Okay.
Right.
Because it was
the betting page.
right, it was the
And one
afternoon.
of those like little
Rockingham
golf,
track.
like the little golf pencils.
Oh, he was definitely the Rockingham.
Yeah,
guy.
yeah,
They
yeah.
showed me my grandfather who used to work there.
So you might have known him. You
Working
might
on
have
Yeah, he probably did know him, I'll bet you.
known him. All right. Well,
Yeah.
George Levine.
George Levine.
George Levine, that sounds really familiar.
Okay.
I'll have to think about that, I think I know that guy.
Anyway, he's really developed.
Alright,
FYI.
I know, and then I think I have a gentleman over there somewhere too, in the corner.
He's got enough of his people.
But you know what's funny, I keep hearing chunky, and I don't know what that means, I don't know if it's a candy bar, or if it's actually a nickname, or something, but I keep hearing chunky.
No, it should be.
So, I don't know what it means, or if there's something around that, but
It's a
I'm.
movie there.
Yeah,
It is a movie theater, or it
Yeah.
could be a movie theater, but yeah. But I have a gentleman.
A friend of mine owns
Sorry,
that.
client.
Oh, really? This will come to me.
Yes, there is. The large
The
one.
Lowe's, right?
Exactly.
Oh,
It's 12 cinemas,
Yeah.
opening in February.
Okay, this gentleman is, I feel like, over there, and he's been here, he's not very tall. He's been here kind of for a little while, patiently over there, but he didn't really wanna come forward right away, so he is now. I think maybe a golfer, maybe.
The guy
Although,
with the hat?
maybe.
Did he have the hat? I think
Maybe with the hat, help me out.
I got a golfer with a hat. With
Yeah,
the
a
hat.
golfer
He
with
used
a
to
hat.
play golf. I have a grandfather.
Okay. But did he have one of those? What are those?
Oh,
hats
yeah.
With the thing, right?
Oh,
yeah.
Was he not very tall
No.
though? Was he on the shorter
No.
side?
Yeah, he
No.
was shorter.
Driving
Shorter,
cat.
okay. Would chunky mean anything to him?
You were adopted?
Yeah, I wasn't adopted.
Did chunky mean anything to him? If not, we can check that
No,
away.
I know he was a chunkier person. My grandma loved it though.
Yeah,
He was a
really
golf
was-
cart guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like he didn't walk the course, he
Right.
drove the course?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, alright,
funny.
okay, oh gosh.
Did he even have those ridiculous pants?
Something with ice too, he liked his cooler with ice. He had a cooler with ice, do you know that? He always had ice in his cooler. Or he
He
carried
always
the ice.
was prepared for every
Yeah,
situation on the course.
like he had a cooler with ice and like
In
his
the
stuff in the, yeah,
Mm.
in the
In the
cooler
cart.
with the ice, yeah. I feel like, oh, he keeps showing me some, I don't know what this is. It's a circle, and it's got like a dial on it. And I don't know what that means.
Is it a temperature gauge?
Nope.
Okay.
Scale.
Scale. Tricky.
Worried about his weight. Yeah, that's funny. No, he's showing me, but I feel like there's different blocks of color on it or something.
Like a pipe.
So I'm gonna give that to you because I feel like it means something. So
Okay.
kind of tuck that away. Maybe think about it or look at that later. Yeah, you know, it's like one of those things. Is it hung on the wall or it's a symbol for your family or something? But it's got a gauge on it. Okay.
Sundial?
Kind of, but it looks a little different than that. But it could be. So I'm gonna give that to you. I think you'll make sense out of it later. He's having me do this. So like, put piggy bank. Does this make any sense
Piggy
to you? Something with a piggy bank.
Always say he always liked to put money away. Always would hide money.
The-
He would open a book and would find money
Right,
everywhere.
like ducking it, like putting it away. Like he's showing me, like
Yeah.
putting it away for like a rainy day.
Like there
or
was a
something,
joke
yeah.
about there being money in his mattress.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Gosh.
Did he like slip you money?
When I was younger,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
would always.
He'd always be like,
Tuck
hey,
money.
here you go.
Here's $5.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Right. Right.
It was a big deal until you got older, it was still $5.
Yeah. That's funny. And $5 a lot. $35.
That's so much.
Yeah, that's funny.
Look at that.
Oh, gosh, that's funny. Okay. With you and him, he just coming in, he's showing me a few little things. The money's important.
I'm seeing something with blueprints. Does that make sense? Something with blueprints? I don't know what that is, but it's almost like a something being built. I'm not sure.
You know what? I see a pole though. Did you climb poles, or was there something with the poles? Do you know what I'm talking about? Or do you climb poles? Do you know what I mean?
No.
Nothing with poles. All right. But you know, like a fireman's pole or like a pole.
His grandfather was a firefighter.
Okay, because it's like a fireman's pole. Do you know what I mean?
Climbing up,
It's
that's
like
hard.
that. Yeah, but well, you slide down it, right? Yeah, it's like climbing up it, but it's like a fireman's pole. So I feel like I need to acknowledge that too. So and he's on the other side too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like he enjoyed his retirement. I'm getting he enjoyed himself.
Yep, he likes to drink.
Yeah, but I mean, he just like he was
has
done. He's like, I did my
his ice.
time.
Yep.
Yeah,
He
he's like, I
always
did.
has his cooler with ice.
Yeah, but he's like, I did my time, and now I'm gonna enjoy myself.
Yep.
But even he
Right.
enjoyed himself even when he's doing his time, though. Let's be honest, right? So he did. But
Yes, he did.
exactly. And with him, I can hear the ice in the glass.
I can hear the toilet seat flipping up too.
What is that?
I don't know. It's full. He's loud.
Yep.
He was
He's
loud.
like flipping, like, you know, the whole house is quiet, everybody's sleeping, and he whacks the toilet seat up really loud. So that's what he's showing me, like, he's just that kind of a man. You know, he's not really thinking of everybody else. Even when he,
Most
you know,
men.
it's not intentional,
Right.
it's just, he's just a loud man. You know, you slam the cabinet door, you don't like,
They're outnumbered.
you wake the baby up, right?
You wake the baby.
You wake the baby up.
He probably pees
so
on the
he's,
seat though. Yeah.
He's interesting.
And the floor. And the wall.
And is there a, this is weird, but a rug? Do you know, it's like a rug. I don't know if it's
Specific.
a welcome mat or a rug or something, but there's a particular rug he's talking about.
Did it cover a spot?
Maybe. He's talking about a rug. I'll give you that. What else? And, would you understand cigars with him?
Yeah, we used to smoke a lot of cigars.
Cigars, because he's got one hanging out of the side of his mouth, so I'm supposed to give you that. Is there also do you have a brother too?
I do.
And, like, I'm acknowledging your brother as well. He's not passed, right?
No.
So don't worry about that. You just had the look of panic. Oh my God, my brother. It's not that. He's just acknowledging that he's him. He wants you to know that he's thinking of you. The look on your face was priceless. No, I'm just kidding. So he's acknowledging a brother, and I feel like just family in general, but the cigars, and I think it's like the good times that he's talking about. So he must be with his dad because he's telling me about the fireman pole, right? Which would be your great grandfather.
Yep.
Yeah. Gosh, and this, you know what? And it's interesting because he's showing me that, like, you know, the fireman. That's what it is. It's the fireman thing. You know the symbol from the fireman.
The badge?
Forest fire.
The logo. Have you ever seen a fireman's logo? Like it's got like the axe, the axe and all that stuff, and it's on it's the red. Yeah, it's different pieces. That's what he's showing me. So,
Okay.
So what do you do for work?
I'm in a biotech company.
Huh. Interesting. So I don't know what he's really proud of this fireman thing or something. Does somebody have your great grandfather's stuff or something?
My dad does.
Has his uniforms and all that stuff. So he's acknowledging that for your father, I believe.
Okay.
Then. All right. So let me give that to you. That's what I got on him. I don't know why. He's just really proud of that, but he wants to acknowledge that. Okay. So wow. So he's with his dad. Your dad has that, and that's all the boys.
He's showing me
It's
cards.
like all the
playing
boys
cards.
playing
Do you play cards with him?
He used to play cards.
Yeah, he's showing me cards. Betting cards.
Oh, he's another better?
No, you just like to play
Oh.
cards. He had fun though.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I like that.
the
I like when
fireman
that
house,
happens.
they play cards.
Yeah, but I like that. I like when I see that, like somebody who actually, who like enjoyed their life, got to live their life. Because there's a lot of people who get to the end and like, oh, I didn't do anything I wanted to do. You know what I mean? I feel like he actually enjoyed a good part of his life.
Yeah.
Not everybody agreed with him,
Yep,
but
But
there was like no apologies for it,
yeah.
right? So I really feel like from him, he was just very like, I'm glad I did what I did, and no regrets.
Yep.
Like, no regrets.
Yeah, and I like feeling that from somebody.
Yeah. And,
I've seen the piggy bank too, though.
yeah.
It's funny.
It's
It's
like
a piggy bank. It's an actual piggy bank.
Putting the money aside
Yeah,
it's
weird.
in the bank. Ask about that.
Yeah.
Because I think there's something
It's
to
funny.
that a little bit.
I didn't see it till just now.
Yeah. And are you going on a date?
Not that I know of.
You are. He's telling me about a date.
Okay.
He's telling me about a date.
Boy or girl?
I'm not answering that.
As long as he's happy.
Right. We don't judge. No, he's telling me about a date, and I feel like that's what you're waiting for. You're waiting for that part of your life, right?
Okay.
And he's showing me that it's not that far away. Do you
Is
understand
there a
that?
closet
Yep.
there?
Yes. So I feel like there's something around the corner. He's kind of telling me, yeah. So just keep your eyes open, your head up.
It's not gonna be the first one, no. That date's not gonna
It won't be the first one.
No, it's not gonna be the first one. Yeah, you're gonna be like, what?
Yeah, interesting. Yeah. It's a girl.
Damn, I bet on that, right?
Because they just showed me a little petite thing, so yeah, like it's a girl.
I'm seeing that one in go very well though. Really.
Squeaky voice, a little bit of a squeaky
Yeah,
voice.
yeah, right? A little squeaky one.
Yeah, a little
Little
squeaky
annoying.
voice. I don't know, I kind of like her.
I don't like her.
I don't
You're not gonna like her either, sorry. Just the first one. I know. Hard to please.
She's hard to please. I'm a Pisces, she's a Virgo.
She's a pushover though.
Yeah.
Like she is.
Totally,
FYI.
but I like her. We'll duke that out later. After you meet her, we'll duke that out. Yeah.
She's just annoying.
She's Oh, that's funny. Oh gosh, do you have anybody else?
Can you predict Allie's dates?
She
did. She did? When?
Oh, sure.
Alright, so sometimes
yeah, right.
if people have, really want to connect with somebody and they haven't, we'll ask for a specific name and see if we can pull them in that
Try
way.
to invite them
Yeah,
in.
we can try to invite them in that way because the person holds on to their name the longest. So
Mickey?
Mickey?
Mickey.
Male or female?
My dad.
Okay.
No, I don't want to say.
Oh gosh.
It's your house.
Happy, right? Happy overall, like I see the smile, same smile.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
beautiful
like same smile as
Yeah.
you, right? Right, a nice big smile,
I
right?
have a group of male friends.
Yes.
Yes. I want to say like, you go where everybody knows your name. I keep hearing the song of Cheers in my head. You know? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Norm, that. What everyone knows. Right, exactly.
Yeah. I'm just getting a very happy person when he was here. Great smile. I feel like there's a resemblance there with your smile, your eye, like the way they light up to his, is kind of what he's showing me a little bit.
Did he dress up as Santa one year?
When I was a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
He showed
have
me him
pictures
dressed up
of
like
that.
lights. Like
Yeah.
it was a big deal. Like
Yeah, I have pictures of
Yeah.
that when I was a baby.
Wow.
Yeah, nice.
Wow, and he showed me a birthday cake. I don't know what that means, but he showed me a birthday cake.
It's my birthday, and they're having there's a mass tomorrow for the deceased members of the parish, and he's one of them. And then we're gonna go, and my birthday is this week, so they're gonna make it
So
into
it's a happy birthday.
birthday
to you.
party.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
So he's acknowledging your birthday.
Oh, that's
That's
wonderful.
nice, yes. Yes, very
That's
nice.
nice.
So you didn't forget.
No,
He
no,
wouldn't.
no.
No, he would never, he would
This will be the
never.
first birthday that I won't get a phone call from him.
Right.
Yeah. And I'll be 62.
Well, he's giving it to you now, right?
Yes,
He's letting you know
absolutely,
now that
yeah.
he did not forget that
Yeah.
he's thinking of your birthday. Yes, absolutely.
Soft heart.
Mm-hmm.
Soft person. Did you used to vacation with them? Like even as adults, yeah. He was talking about that. It was really a very heartwarming time when you guys used to do that together.
We
And
did
just
that,
had a lot of memories and photos. There's a lot of photos of that.
Yes.
Okay. But there's not a lot of photos printed.
No.
Okay, so
no.
that's what he's really trying to bring to me, like, cause you need them printed,
Yeah.
right? Cause you had thought about putting them in.
Tons of them, yeah. We need them in an album,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, print them off. Print them off, definitely.
You can show me canned vegetables. I don't have a clue.
I think he didn't like canned vegetables.
I know, the green beans are like great.
Oh, the green beans are fun.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, yeah, the green beans, it was an issue when my son was, it was probably, I don't know, like 10, 12 years ago, and yeah, it was a green beans issue. Yeah.
Okay, so he wants to give you a issue.
Yeah.
For validation. it's just
That's
a
validation.
Validation.
Green
and
beans,
memory.
hello.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
okay. He's happy for you?
Was there something down in Boston on the river as well? He's giving me, being shown like the Charles River for some reason.
Yeah,
Okay.
my nephew had an apartment there, and we all went
Okay,
for 4th of July, some years ago.
okay,
and-
because he's just being really specific about that
Yeah,
time, because I don't
yeah,
think he went
Scott
down there
lived
a
on
lot.
the Charles
He didn't
River.
go down
yeah.
there a lot, he just, that was a,
I
yeah.
wouldn't know if I saw it.
You would know it if you saw it?
I'm so challenged with that
I am
stuff.
too, but I know the Charles River. Love that dirty water.
I know the song. Yeah, no,
He held family to the highest,
Yes,
For sure.
absolutely.
for sure, and you do as well.
Yes.
I was seeing something about moving somebody in and out of school. Did you do that?
I did not.
Somebody did.
He did.
Oh, okay, all right,
He
you did
did,
then. All right,
yeah.
so she's trying to moving in and out of school, in and out of school.
like college?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when my siblings were
Okay.
younger.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just
He
like
did
him.
that.
I just like him, he's a really good guy.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, and I think he had to come in to wish you a happy birthday. I think that was super important, and to
Mhm.
let you know that he was with you.
He's showing me something here. I don't know what this is.
Oh God, yes.
Okay.
He had 2 tattoos.
All right, yeah. So, like,
And
okay.
one said Mickey and one said Pauline.
Okay.
Oh, gosh.
And that
Mickey and
was,
Pauline.
yeah, World War
Yeah.
II, and then,
Oh.
yeah, that was him and my
Okay.
mother, and then he hardly dared to show his mother when he got
Oh, I
back.
bet,
and,
because she's like, show her the arm, she'll understand.
She'll understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, right
Right.
here,
Wow.
and, yep, yep.
Nice.
And by the time he passed last February, they were like all,
Yeah.
mushed and
Yeah.
garbled, but
I know,
that
they
was
all
it.
look that
Yeah.
way.
I know, I
That's
don't
what
know
it
what
was. Mickey and Pauline.
Yeah, exactly.
Pauline,
You wore the
nice.
long sleeve dress, right?
Yeah.
So funny. That was like love till you died, like the love. Yep.
Yes,
It was a love that lasted.
65
Yeah.
years.
And it was always like a marvel, right? It was always like, how
Absolutely.
long, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay.
You still held her
We
hand.
did it, we did it.
Absolutely.
Still held her hand.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
still in love.
Yep. Arm around when you watch.
Yeah.
Gentlemen.
To the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they still dance?
Yes,
Yeah,
they did.
because he's showing me the.
Absolutely,
Wait,
they
that's
did.
remember earlier I was getting the dancing. That's what I'm getting now.
Yeah, he
Okay.
loved dancing with
Yeah,
her.
he was good.
Nice job.
He's soft. I like him. Well, he's certainly around like more
Yeah,
than you
you would
know.
have liked him. He's a good
Oh, I'm sure I like him now. Yeah, I definitely. I feel as
He's
if
a good man.
Yeah, he's good.
He's a good man.
Hmm.
Happy man, happy.
He's very honoring. Very
Yes.
honoring. Family with everything.
Yes. And you have a son also,
I do.
so he's acknowledging your son as well. I feel like that's important. Is he your only child?
Yes, he is.
Okay, so like the light of your light.
Yes.
And the same for him to you, right?
Nice.
Yes, so he's acknowledging your son. let him know he didn't leave him out either.
Exactly.
Yes. Wow.
I'm glad Mickey came. Thank you, Mickey.
Yeah, thanks for coming. They don't always come in when you
No, I
invite
know.
them, but sometimes they do. So, I hope for that, right? Anybody else?
Mar.
Who?
Mar.
Mar.
Yep.
Mar is a female?
Okay.
Okay.
Mar. I'm feeling like almost on the same level as you. Like peer, like a peer. That's the age frame I'm getting.
Older.
I'm getting it because she's presenting herself to me at like that age, which is funny. I don't know if she felt her best at that age or.
But her given name, that was my nickname for her, was Florence.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Florence. I feel like she's older, like much older. Does that make sense to you?
I'm
Okay.
seeing daisies.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, like daisies around her.
Yeah, there is.
So,
I don't know
I don't know what
why,
that means,
but-
but there's flowers of some sort around her. That makes sense to me. But I kind of feel like, was she not able to speak, do you know, at the end of her passing? Or was it an issue with food and digestion? Because that's what she's showing me. So I'm having a hard trouble like chewing or eating or whatever, right? So I feel like I'm at there, but I want people to know that I'm not in pain. I feel like that's important, that I was comfortable. So I feel like that's what she's letting me know, is that she was comfortable, even though if it may have appeared differently, all right? And I just keep showing somebody sitting with her and she's not able to speak, and she's showing me the food for whatever reason, okay?
She has
So,
big knuckles. Something with her knuckles.
like arthritis?
Yeah, I'm getting something with her knuckles. I'm not getting painful necessarily. I'm just getting bigger knuckles. Like I don't know if she lost weight.
She was a strong woman.
Okay.
Strong, okay. Yeah, gosh, she stands behind you, so she's gotta be related, right? Right, so she stands right there. She's thanking you for inviting her in, okay? So, you did visit her when she was passing, right? Because she wants to acknowledge that. But you sat with her, yes?
Yes.
I feel like you sat right there and like she had a moment with you, and that's important, and that's why she brings up her passing and around that time when she was ill.
She actually died, and my mother told her I was coming, and she came back to life.
Okay, so she wants to acknowledge
Yeah,
that, because she's
exactly.
like, you had a moment, she's talking
Right.
about the moment, and that was important.
And when I left,
And that's when,
she died when I was on my way home.
okay.
Because I'm doing. I want to do this and I want to do this with my hair. So I don't know if you were doing that with her. Okay, because she's making me feel that.
And it's very peaceful.
Yeah.
And it's very calm, do you know what I mean? So, and she really she wants you to know that that's how she passed. It was peaceful and
It
calm.
was.
So I don't know, everything aside, she's not in pain, okay? And she's grateful that she had that moment with you. So that was important, right? Okay.
It's funny because I'm one of those people that I'm not like an angel and fairy and all that type of person. But she brings to me that she was greeted by an angel when she passed, which is interesting to me. Because
So she had faith.
Yeah, she absolutely did.
Yes, she did.
She had
Yeah,
faith.
yeah.
Yeah, she definitely had faith.
Yeah.
And that's why she wasn't afraid.
Right.
You know what I mean? She's passing, she knows she's passing.
Yeah.
And she's not afraid because she has her faith and she knows it's going with her. So, and I do see a man's hand coming to greet her. So there was a man that brought her over. And she was aware of him far before she passed. So, yeah, so, yeah.
Did she
So-
talk about him right before? Did she talk about him right before she passed?
I don't think she just saw him. I don't
was
think she
aware
was
of him.
able to
Okay.
talk. I think she just saw him. I don't know that she was able to communicate about
I
him.
can't remember that.
Okay.
But she saw him, this man's hand comes, she knows where she's going and who she's going with.
Absolutely.
And it just eased everything, and then that's when she left. So she's grateful for that moment. She did wait for you. I think that was validation for you.
Yep.
Yes, definitely. So, and you had one too?
Karen.
Oh, which one?
Karen.
Karen? Okay. Karen. I have, I feel like I do have a younger woman, though. I don't feel like she's elderly status.
either.
Does that make sense to you? Like she's more, you know, our generation or maybe a little older, but she didn't make elderly status, right? Gosh, is there cancer around her too? There's an illness.
I'm feeling hair and gone. I'm feeling like she
You
passed
feel
quickly.
fast?
I'm feeling fast with her.
I feel it's.
But I feel like there was something chronic beforehand. You know,
Does that
I
make any
feel,
sense?
No, a little bit.
okay, because I feel like there was issues for a while,
Yeah.
okay? But when she died, it was still a shock. You
It
know?
was more mental health
Right.
issues.
Yeah, like there was some chronic issues going.
Yeah.
So when she passed, it was like people weren't expecting it because it wasn't a long illness, a long
Right.
physical illness leading up to it, right? Mm.
I don't know, I feel she's on medication. So,
She's on and off medication. Yeah.
yeah, I just feel medication, I don't feel like I'm with it. It definitely was an illness, you know. Oh, gosh, I wanna say, is there an apology around this that needs to be heard? Cause I kinda feel like there's an apology, so I don't know if it's the way she lived her life or something like that, but she makes me feel like there's many people to apologize to, cause I feel like we all go through a lot with her, right?
Did she have a journal or did someone find a journal of hers?
I think her mother did.
Okay.
Yeah, there's drawings in it though too.
Yeah.
It's not just written word, there's drawings. Cause like, I feel like she'd,
Shed a little light on her.
yeah, it's just sad. But you know what, she almost makes me feel like, I don't know how to put this. What, you know, she comes through as, like I heard cancer first, but I kind of feel like it makes me feel that that's what it was like. You know, it's a disease, it was an illness. Do you know what I mean? It was like, that was hers. And, you know, sometimes you don't win and you can't fight it and you can't beat it. And I feel like that's what she's relating it to, so it wasn't in her control. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's where she goes with it.
I think she did a lot of if I close my eyes, I'm invisible. You know, then I
Yeah.
ignore things. If I ignored it, it's
I
gonna
think
go
she
away.
felt invisible. I don't know.
She didn't feel comfortable in her own skin, for
No.
sure.
She keeps showing me balloons though. Would you understand the balloons? There's strings and balloons.
No.
Alright, well, she won't take them back, so I'm gonna give them to you. Maybe it'll make sense, but she's showing me balloons and strings, alright? And I keep hearing, celebrate, so I'm not sure what that means either. If it's a celebration, or there was a celebration, but I feel like we're supposed to celebrate something, alright? But it's around her.
I'm hearing her voicemail recording. Does that make any sense to you? Something about a voicemail recording. Was somebody calling that? I don't know if there's somebody in her house, in her family that was still calling it. I know that sounds strange, but I feel like there was somebody that was calling her voicemail after to hear her.
Maybe.
That's what she's bringing to me.
Maybe.
Okay.
And she keeps showing me water and stuff around water.
She lived right near the water.
Water, okay.
Yeah.
Water, lots of water, which was actually really good for her.
Yeah, it was.
She needed that.
She's just telling me she couldn't feel better. Okay, she couldn't feel better when she was here. However, I think, the best thing to bring through is the fact that when she passed, that was cleared.
Yeah.
All of that was
yeah.
cleared.
You don't take it with you.
No, you don't.
Never.
You go back to who you were when you came here,
Yeah.
you know? That soul. So she's aware of the sadness and stuff that she brought to a lot of people here, you know? But I think just the whole idea of what she's trying to bring through is the fact that she's clear, you know? Because I think there was some people wondering, you know, after she passed, how she, you know, basically how she was, what was going on with her, where she was and all of that stuff, and, Did she leave someone here? Did she have any kids? Because I feel like she
No
left
children, she had a brother and
younger, like much younger.
the brother was about a year or two younger.
Okay. Cause I'm feeling like there was somebody. Not sure.
It's a tough situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gosh, I don't have words for that, but,
I feel like there was a whole bunch of candles lit for her.
yeah,
I think her mother did because when she passed, she was only 33.
Okay.
They really weren't sure from what.
Yeah.
So her mother had a lot of blood work done
Okay.
to find out what
yeah,
really
she's not,
happened.
yeah, she's on this medication or something that makes her not feel
Mhm.
what she doesn't wanna feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, those are hard ones.
Yeah, they are.
But
Sorry.
I think the biggest thing is that they don't feel it the same way when they pass. You know, that leaves them. And even if there's so many people to talk to and talk to about it, and that she feels like she should reach out to and that, but at the same time, it's like the first time where she actually feels like who she is, you know? It's just a sad, it's a sad way, it's a painful way to live.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, when you're not really who you are, and you know you're not who you are, but you can't be where you are, and you don't have control over it, and you don't understand it, and it's almost like if she could just say, you know, shed light on it, like it doesn't have to be something we hide or we, you know, it's a bigger issue, so people don't have to go through the same thing. You know what I mean? Like people are so embarrassed by it, and they keep it and they lock it up and they don't know what to do with it. And she's kind of like, if I mean, I think it's getting better now, but if people just talked about it and just realize that you're just different. I think that's, you know, like sometimes if you need glasses, if you can't see, you wear glasses, you know? And if you have this disease, you take this medication. But when you have something like that, people are just ashamed and they don't know what to do with it. But it's just, that's who you are, so you just need something. And I think that's kind of like her message, like, if we could just get past that, you know? Yeah. But it was nobody's fault. It was just, people didn't know how to deal with it, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's tough, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, are you waiting for somebody? Cindy?
Cindy. I feel like kind of upbeat when I think of
I
Cindy.
know, like the first thing I want to do is smile when I heard Cindy. Yeah, I'm like, oh, I'm here.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
I'm a little bit happier to be here.
I see
Does that make
sneakers on her
sense to you?
Yeah, she's very fun.
Yeah, like fun and happy and like spunky.
Does she walk a lot?
Yeah.
I'm seeing sneakers on her feet.
Like
as if-
active,
Yeah.
active and would walk and, yeah.
Gosh. I'm seeing illness surrounding her. Alright, that's what I'm seeing with her. I don't know what's going on. I almost see like some kind of an autoimmune thing going on with her. But I don't see it's what is ultimately, you know, she died of. I'm just saying, I'm seeing some kind of a.
I see a headband. I don't know what this is or what, but she showed me, I feel like this is a picture. You know, like a bandana headband thing or something. Is there a picture like that? Do you understand? Or would you know?
Not that I can.
Nothing you can think of? Okay. It just makes me feel like I'm in a group, there's a bunch of girls, and I have a headband. I think it's a thing. It's not like she dressed like that all the time. You know what I mean? So I think if you look for the picture. She's talking about the. Yeah, it's like, you know, almost like it would have been like a, you know, like a color run, a mud run or something, but not necessarily, but you know what I mean, outdoor something. We all wear headbands kind of thing. The bandanas, more like it, not headbands, bandanas. Yeah, and it's in the photo album, or there is a picture. Go through all the pictures. Right.
If you quoted like most likely to something, like I don't know what it was, but like most likely to, because I'm seeing something about her in a book. Not sure what that is.
Yeah, and I keep hearing wills, so I don't know if there's something about her will or that she had a lot of will, but she keeps saying will, like something.
I feel like she didn't have a will.
She didn't?
I feel like she didn't have a will, or there was a lot of things.
She didn't have
Yeah.
will?
There was a big mess last when she left.
There was some arguing going on, but yeah.
Yeah, I keep hearing the will, something with the will, okay. trying to give us validating things so that you'll know we have her, I think is what it is, right?
Yeah, there was something about that will. I mean, the lack of the will that was the issue.
Lack of the will, okay.
Because there were two family members in particular that were fighting over stuff, weren't there? Or fighting over what should have been. That's what I'm getting.
I'm just
Two
getting-
people.
It was just an issue, so
Yeah.
it's just a thing. Okay. Is there a mailbox involved in this? There's something about a mailbox? She showed me a mailbox and the flag is up. So does that mean you got mail in the box?
You're sending it out.
You're sending it out? No, the flag is up. So she showed me a mailbox with the flag up, so I'm gonna give that to you. I'm not sure what it means. But I'm gonna give that to you from her.
I'm seeing umbrella drinks with her. Okay, so I don't know if she was someplace tropical or if she, this was something with her, I don't know if she, yeah, it was a fun thing, it was definitely a fun thing, so I'm not sure if she preferred to, because I don't believe you were with her at this place, because I'm seeing someplace tropical with her, I don't know if it was shortly before she passed.
No, she never traveled anywhere.
Really, because I'm seeing
no.
tropical drinks. Interesting.
Maybe you're going on a trip.
That'd be nice, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that.
No.
Oh, paper umbrellas.
Yeah.
Was there something themed here? Was there some kind of like a Hawaiian
theme- like a
themed or
themed
some kind of a
party?
themed party?
Well, it was, just before she passed away, it was my birthday, and she
Okay.
did like a teddy bear kind of a theme for me for whatever reason. I was 21, so I don't know. I know what the why she
yeah.
would pick that theme, but
Yeah, that's funny. Gosh. So was this a quick passing with her? Okay. And is there something that happened to her head? Do you understand? No, because I just got something here with my head. She made me feel like there's something, so I don't know what it is, but I have something with my head. Yeah.
I'm having a hard time connecting with her.
Yeah, I just got that she was really happy when she was here. And she keeps showing me that bandana thing, so I don't know what it means, but.
she's never worn anything like that. so
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's not part of her daily wardrobe, like this was something that we dressed up to do. You know what I mean? And then there was a picture taken. So, that's what she wants to give me for that. Gosh, what else too? Is there a college related to this? Did she go to college? Because she's got like a, I keep seeing a white long sleeve shirt with like a college or, it looks like navy blue, like writing or logo on it.
No, she didn't even graduate high school, so.
All right, what color was her school? Do you know?
I don't know. She went to Lawrence High School, so I don't know.
Yep, I'm looking, unfortunately. I'm
No,
sure
I'm
it
just
was.
getting
I was in college at the time, and I had just had a conversation with her that day about like quitting college and just going to night school, and she was like very insistent that
That you go, you
That-
stay in
that I
college?
stay in school,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, you know, I heard college, I saw this white long sleeve shirt and it's got a blue logo. I don't know what color Lawrence is either, I have no idea.
Blue and white.
It is blue and white? Okay.
I grew up in Phillips, so I know Lawrence.
Okay, so she showed me that shirt, so I feel like that's giving me time frame of
Yeah.
where she is and what and her age, right? And she just, and she's very casual, right? Like a very casual person, like she would have worn like, you know, like if it was today, she would have worn like her Uggs with her sweatpants and the white shirt kind of thing and her hair up kind of thing. That's, you know, just like it was today. But she's very happy. I don't know how she passed. I do feel something here, so I'm not sure what that was. But I do feel it was quick and kind of, gosh. So, I don't get I'm not sure what the connection with you and her are. She's not giving me that, other than I know there's a bond of some sort, right, obviously. Would you understand, something around a horse?
Oh, horse is here tonight.
I know, something around a horse. She showed me something around a horse.
Oh, she's never around horses.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like, when I say horse, I don't know if it's a real horse or what, but I'm hearing horse, so there's a connection, something to a horse. What I would do is write down a few things and then check into them later, because you'd be surprised at what, comes in. And you know what's interesting? You know those little bubble bath things? She keeps showing me those little round, like, bath oils. They would be in a little ball. And she keeps showing me those. And I don't know what that's
That's
for.
because she never took showers, she would only ever take a bath.
Okay.
She never like showers.
Yeah, it's like this little, and it, right, and yeah.
She would take bubble baths.
Bubble bath,
Yeah.
okay, so she wants to give you that. I think she needed to give you something
it's gotta
to
validate.
prove who she is. But I think some of the other stuff is valid. I think it's just maybe, it's been a little bit, right?
Since she passed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think if you go back and look at some of the things, you'll see that. I think you will find that picture, truthfully. Gosh, and I feel like there was a gift you gave her though. I know you said it was your birthday, but she had a gift from you that was important to her. Gosh, what was it? I don't know, it was sitting on the table. It was sitting on the table, you gave her a gift, and she's telling me about the gift that you gave her. I don't know what that is.
That was a long time ago, I don't
Yeah,
remember.
exactly.
Yeah, but it's sitting on like her dresser. So I have the mirror, I have stuff hung on the mirror, I have like, award things or ribbons or something, I'm not sure, and then it's sitting over here, and she's thanking you for that. And I kind of feel like it's in a box, but it's not like it's not a traditional jewelry box, it's in some kind of a box. And it's over in that box or near that box on her dresser, so she's thanking you for that. That's what I'm getting.
I'm sorry.
But the bubble bath, the bath is a thing. She kept showing me like pink bubble bath stuff. Okay. All right.
I think we're
I think we're good.
Yeah, thank you
I
so
think
much,
we're really
guys.
tired. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure. Sticking with her. Yeah, no kidding. Thank you.
Exhausted.
Yeah, we're not done.
Yeah, I know, we're not done yet.
I bet. Oh, we're all still here.
But we gotta
No, we already went down to
go back to the window.
Yeah.
But we
Oh, right. Yes, you're so
Here's some of the And then there's also another energy.
Yes.
But there's another energy in there from home.
So, there's a really awesome healer in Haverhill, Mass. Called Tom. It's Tom Friend.
Thank you.
And,
Hope that's a nice guy.
Thanks for having me on there. I hope so.
and Regina and I just learned it.
But it's fine.
Years and years.
Is that what you saw?
I know.
Is that what you saw?
But I was thinking, because it's all about,
I do.
just like outside.
Yeah, that's what I was like, no, I don't have to. Obviously, they were like, okay, you're gonna. So I'm like, hey, I'm not with that. Thank you so much. So,
I was thinking Tom Ren and Tom
go all the way around.
Actually, it's
so different. Yeah.
No, it's funny because she got it when she was really little, she's only 2 months old.
Yeah.
But now she's in her 30s and she's getting like a post-autism syndrome kind of thing.
And I think it has something to do with her shifting.
It's a shifting,
Yeah.
but it's also, there's a deficiency in her body, I feel like, too.
Something with magnesium.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for hanging in there.
Yes.
I'm glad, I'm glad.
It's just so similar to the one that Tracy got.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Which one?
I just walked with
You're
Sean.
welcome.
Just thought
Thanks
my
for
mother
coming.
it
Yeah,
was an
it's
accident.
Oh, wait, yeah, he was like, so you were supposed to be here last time? Because he was like, all right, because it's funny, because I got him last time, and he's like, she's not there. She's not there. He was here, and he was like, she's not there. I was like, okay. So then, as we were on our way here, I got this ticket that's like, and I said, we were at our office before we left, and I said, talk to you. I don't know who it is over there, but there's somebody who was like, she's.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
So then I saw George like later after that, and he said, I just.
He did, he did.
He said, how'd you know this was the doing? They were asking us, I said, oh, that's for me, but she's not here.
Yeah, because I said, because he came to me and he says, I'm somebody, he's not here. I need to say it.
Yeah, Rose.
So I'm like, okay, this is what happened, blah, blah, blah.
Thank you very
And so
much.
I
Thank
gave
you.
it. But then this time he was on. Remember, like before we were at the office, and I'm like, oh, I have a guy, a kid, who she was supposed to be the last time she wasn't there, but she's going to be here tonight. He was like telling me all this stuff, and
Oh, yes, she did, right? He was bugging her from earlier today.
Earlier today, and she's getting ready to come here.
Thinking about it,
Yeah.
about it.
He's very excited. He's more than okay. He's more than okay. He's
But it should be fine.
Yeah, he did, and I think that, for a long time, he just didn't want people to be disappointed in him, right? And that was the thing. He was, so he hit it.